Hey guys, how are you? Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day to all our mamas out there in whatever capacity you have been a mother. So, mothering our human babies, plants, animals, Mama Gaia, to all the fathers who have taken up the mother and father position in the household, and just, lots of divine feminine love out there today. Looks like we have a lot of homies popping on in. I thought I would pick a nice shady tree out here. But first of all, wanted to welcome everybody to our Sunday live chat. We're going to be looking at the forecast for today, May 14th until May 20th. That is this coming Saturday. And yeah, we'll see what we have cooked up. We'll take a look at the Mayan astrology. We have a herb of the week. We have the special question that was posed in the public viewers poll, or sorry, the public poll on my channel, as well as with my YouTube members and my Patreon peeps. And then we have a viewers poll that we're going to be voting on during today's live chat. And yeah, we'll just make it a special, fun live chat today, as always. Susie's here. She's saying hello. Happy Mother's Day, by the way, Susie. Caitlin is here, Night Daughters Oracle. She says, Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Rest in peace to my mom, Carenza Carly Evans, from July 18th to November 10th. Liesel saying hello. Susie sending her love to Caitlin. Susie says, cute outfit as always. Well, thank you. I'm feeling the, sunny vibes. Plus, we're going to be working on our solar array a little bit today. So I thought I'd wear my overall shorts. But anyway, things are a bloom around here, which is why I wore my little sunflower earrings, because just so much going on with the flowers and the ground plums and the milk vetch and the scarlet hedgehog cactus and the globe mallows, which are starting to come up, the gray globe mallows and the regular globe mallow. Yeah, just the sand dune flowers, just the junipers. Oh my gosh, the juniper berries. I'm under a juniper tree right now, but the ends all had these little brown tips to them, and I was pretty sure that those were going to become berries, and they are starting to turn into juniper berries. It's actually the seeds of the tree. It's not a berry, but they look like berries, little blueberries. And there's like a gazillion of them. So that has made the birds around here really happy, especially the juniper titmouse, which is a gray bird with a little mohawk. And they're little tiny birds, and they like to hang upside down, kind of like bats, but it's how they are able to get all aspects of the juniper and the nutrients that they need. So lots of different birds have been coming on in, and it's been great. I know that the birds have all been talking about our solar array, because they're like, the wood, I know they smell the wood, and the wood is obviously a non-local type wood. So they're like, what is that tree? And is this structure being built for us? Is this a massive birdhouse? Will they fill it with seeds? So many questions. But anyway, let's see. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Caitlin says you pronounced her name right. Not everyone does. Well, I'm glad. I'm sorry when I butcher people's names, because I know how it feels. Susie says, best backdrop on YouTube. Hashtag burning sage. What up? All right. So, okay, let me get my. Oh, hello. That's our resident squirrel that just ran by. Bye. He doesn't really seem to be afraid of people, so I think he was just hanging out under my Jeep, he was just hanging out like 5 feet from me. But he came up to me on the porch yesterday just to see if I had anything, and I'm like, sorry, bro. Because he's been eating some of the bird seed around here. I'm like, save some for the birds. But he's really friendly. He's been eating a lot of the flowers and the plants around here, so we'll have to give him a name. But right now, he's just our little resident squirrel. I know there's another squirrel that lives kind of down the hill there, but he lives in Anna's tree, kind of by her grave. So, anywho, Edgar, hey, says, hey everyone, good morning. Happy Mother's Day to all the lovely mothers out there. All right, yes, yes. Okay, let me get my feet up here on the seat. I like to get nice and cozy. All right. So before we get started, let's go ahead and cast our energetic circle. That's what I like to do. I like to put the good vibes out there, kind of put a nice shield of light around us so that everybody who watches this video, whether it's now or later, they'll be encompassed within that. And it's going to be full of all the vibes that you guys put out there. I know that you guys put a lot of good juju out there, especially all the healing that we do at the end, all the healing that you guys provide through your messages and through the interactions that you have with one another. That is all encompassed in that circle. So as people listen to this, or maybe they're just scrolling past it on YouTube, they're going to get some of those vibes. So let's see. Caitlin saying, oh, well, Susie said hello to Edgar. Caitlin says, I have my Goddess Power Oracle, my Water Temple Oracle ready. I had to order Water Temple twice. The first time I got the Starman Tarot by a Goddess Intervention. Nice. Okay, so I have kind of a special wand. It's actually an athame. It's a knife, but I want to use that to just kind of cut through any sort of blockages that might block us from receiving that healing energy, that might prevent us from allowing ourselves subconsciously to be invited in that circle of light, the light that we are, the light that we come from. So this is actually a knife that we sell in Desert Cauldron. I think we have it listed actually in our Desert Cauldron shop on Etsy. It's all one word, Desert Cauldron, but this is ethically sourced. It's buffalo bone. And then James and I tied this kyanite stone on here. So it's got really earthy, grounded, healing energy. And I chose buffalo because for me, cow, buffalo, bison, they are the gatekeepers of the earth. To me, the earth is in its essence a divine feminine energy. The structure on the earth, I would say, is more divine masculine, but the masculine trying to structure the wild creative energy of Mama Gaia, so that the two work in harmony. And that's kind of the idea behind this. So I wanted that Mama Gaia earthy, grounded energy for us today. So let's go ahead and call in the energies, the elementals, the ancestors, and actually let's call on our divine feminine ancestors, our divine mother ancestors for each of these four corners. So I'm going to start at the north, which that would be right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Just get nice and grounded. Okay, calling in the ancestors, the mothers and the elementals in the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals, the energies, divine mothers of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elements, the energies, the elementals, and the divine mothers of the south to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals, the energies, the divine mothers of the west to help us to cast our circle today. Our circle is cast, let our work begin, and so it is. All right. Okay, so I want to give a little shout out before we start sliding on some cards. I know that Caitlin's got her cards ready. I know that some of you guys have your cards all ready to go. But I first want to start off with all the lovely homies that you see have a little colored cat head next to their name. Those are our YouTube members. So those people are helping to support what I do here. They support the channel. I appreciate them greatly. Oh, wow. Hey, guys. Bye. We have so many like beetles and hummingbirds and the what you call it, the tarantula wasps that have been flying by. They're like, hey, gotta go, like. Anyway, but thank you to Susie. You saw her. She was popping in here first. Liesel is in here. Our friend Heather out doing some healing out in Utah. Our friend Kayla, Jamie, and Jamie Lynn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to my YouTube members. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who pops into these live chats, watches my videos, leaves comments, gives it thumbs up. Thank you, all of you guys, even to my lurkers who may not be commenting, but they are listening to the live chats. Thank you as well. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. As soon as I do get to 10,000 subscribers, I always put out some goodies. I always do a giveaway, and I try to make the giveaways a little bit more extra each and every time. So I am already starting to set aside items for the future giveaway, whenever that's going to be. But I also want to thank my Patreon homies. So over on Patreon, I have different tiers to whatever people are comfortable, donating. And I have different things for people at those tiers. So I have weekly guidance. It's basically just a blog of my thoughts every week. I have monthly meditations. I have weekly crystal goodness that I do. I also have monthly crystal grids. I have monthly readings that I do. Lots of good stuff, monthly live chats, and people are often giving me advice on like maybe future videos they want to see either on YouTube or specifically just for Patreon. So I do encourage input. I do appreciate it. But thank you to Surian. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Samara. Thank you, Kayla, Jason, and Charles, and Brian, and Jamie, and Alexander, and Dana, and to our newest member, Nancy. Thank you so very much. So I wanted to put out those good vibes there. Okay. So let's get into the Mayan astrology. But first, let's take a look at what you guys are saying. Lots of good conversation going right back and forth. Let's see. Night Daughters Oracle says, if you don't mind me saying, your membership price is a little pricier than other channels. Well, I just kind of went off of the average of other channels. But, like I said, there's other ways that people can help by just being a subscriber. Sometimes people do a little PayPal me every once in a while. By the way, it's not expected. It's a nice nice gesture, and I'm grateful for everything. And when people like to pop in for the readings that I do at the end of the live chat, so those are appreciated as well. Those are just pay whatever you can, whether it's $1 all the way up to whatever for the readings at the end of my live chats. And I like doing it here on StreamYard because then I could do my little ticker tape, because sometimes I'm not always good at vocalizing, oh, I'm going to be doing readings, at the end of the chat. So I've made that for myself. So it looks a little bit more streamlined. So, but thank you. Thank you. Susie said, it's the standard for joining on YouTube. Um, oh yeah. So I just kind of, that's what I did. I just kind of like went to various other like YouTube channels and I just kind of got the average, and that's what I did. Let's see. Let's see. Night Daughter says, oh, Dr. Mystical is a little over $1. Very cool. I have heard of him. I actually watched, I think, a couple of videos. Very cool. Um, Thank you, Susie. Lots of goodness. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the Mayan date. So if you are wondering why I like to talk about Mayan astrology, that's because I'm a Mayan astrologist. I also teach Mayan astrology over at my Leon Mystery School, which you can find over on my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. And today is 4 Kib. Now, 4 I consider my lucky number. It's just my favorite number, so I get kind of extra excited on 4 days. But 4 days, the number 4, is usually a very stable and grounded number because the number 4 was, well, there was a couple of numbers that many ancient civilizations, not just the Mayans, kind of revered, in terms of numerology. And the number 4 being representative of what they thought were the 4 seasons, the 4 parts of the day, the 4 stages of growth in a human being, the 4 pillars of the earth, just the 4 just kind of showing up everywhere. So when it's a 4-day, it's a very stable day. And Kib is known as the day sign of forgiveness, but it is also representative of our ancestors. And so today, on Mother's Day, we're thinking of those that came before us, but also with the number 4, looking to our future as well. So that would be our children. So many of us are not, we haven't given birth, we're not mothers in that fashion, but we have given birth to many creations. And many of you guys are teachers, you're counselors, you do a lot with children, you do a lot with helping that future that lies before us. So take this day to really meditate on where we are in the present. And if you're feeling stuck in any area, know that you can call on our future, which is our children. And some of you guys have actual children in the household, and, have a strike up a conversation, talk to them, include them in things, but also talking to our ancestors. And maybe some of your relatives do live in the house, moms, grandmas, great grandmas, things like that. And so talk to them, get to know their stories, where have they been, their struggles that they went through, how they overcame them, some wisdom that maybe they gained from their years on this planet, and the wisdom of those that are really young. Sometimes we disregard those that are younger than us, like little kids. We think, oh, they haven't been on the planet long enough, they don't know anything. They are very tapped in fact, I think that their intuition is just off the hook, and it's not until programming of society that we tend to bring that intuition down. We tend to cloud their intuition. So I think both have a lot to say. Let's open it up today to our future and to our past to help us right here in the present. And maybe let's use some of that present wisdom to help our future self and our self of the past. So that is for today for Keeb. And then we look on into Saturday of this upcoming week, and we are going into 10 Ik. And Ik is known as the hurricane. It's actually the year lord that I was born under. I was born under the hurricane. But that would be, I would say that Ik is akin to Gemini. It's an air sign, but I would say it's Gemini on steroids, meaning really one twin or really the other, like vast polarities, the pendulum widely swinging when it comes to Ik. But what I like about the number 10 coming on Saturday is that it is an even number. It's a high number, which means it usually has a lot more energy behind it. But the number 10 is all about community. So it's a wonderful time on Saturday and kind of leading up into Saturday. In what ways do we want to clear up communication with our community? Whether it's our community, a small community of friends, the community of the city that you live in, maybe the country that you live in, or maybe the world that we live in. Community can take on any form. We look at, it could be small, it could be large. But in what ways do we want to cleanse? Do we want to clear things up? Do we want to clear up that communication or the way that we work together? Is there anything that's a little out of balance? That's time to take a look at it and make sure that you include community in that conversation, your friends, your family, the people that live in your city, your town, or your country, or even state, and globally as well. And luckily we have the internet, so we can have these vast conversations with people all over the world, your friends all over the world. So lovely day for that. So just a lot of healing of, you notice this kind of bringing together. And that's because we're in the week of Ben, which is actually the sign of children. It's the sign of the home. And so this is all about this healing journey, bringing it back home, looking at all the things that are outside of us and all the things that are inside of us. And how can we bring that into balance? How can we bring everything home to us? And as I say that, we have some of our new friends. I haven't quite figured out who they are yet. I'm going to look them up later on, but they may be goldfinches, not sure. But they're staring at me right now, so I think they concur with that message. Okay. Hey guys, yes, I noticed you. All right, let's see, let's go back here. I missed some of your messages. Susie said 4 is a great number. And Caitlin said, so close to her Mayan birthday. AA. She said she is a 3 Kiev. And she says, does this mean I missed it? No, like I said, if you sat down for if we really got the chart out, I would have to actually count the days until the next cycle. So just going off the top of my head, it might be 20 days from now. But I'd actually have to really look at the calendar. There's too many numbers on the calendar. I can't keep that up in my brain. Susan said, 10 Kimi here, and Tara's class is amazing. Thank you. Dana, what's up? And happy Mother's Day, by the way. Susan said, that is beautiful. Lots of green hearts coming in for Dana. And Caitlin says, Merry Meet. Everybody saying hello, skis. Lisa popping in saying hello. Uh, and then see, Caitlin said, so do I miss my Mayan birthday? That I don't know. Like I said, I have to take a look at the calendar itself, and it's just a lot of counting. I just have to count until the next one. Let's see. Moon Chariot said, well, hello, hello. Long time no see. Oh my gosh. Yes, long time no see. Welcome back. Welcome back. Wow. This is, I miss every time. Well, you've made it, girl. You made it. You're welcome. I hope that you have a good time here with us today. Night Daughter says you can DM me when you figure it out. Like I said, it takes a while, but it's not a day, it's a month. So yeah, it's a whole thing. um, yes. Yeah. So, like I said, yeah, I have Mayan destiny chart readings on my website. So I do. So I figure out the date, like you already know your date, 3 Keeb. But then I have to look at do the Mayan cross, which is like your. I look into like your karma, everything that was brought in while you were in utero. So all the energy is coming in from your mother, your father, your ancestors, your own personal karma from past lives. All of that comes before 3 Keeb, and then everything that is in your destiny, if you choose to accept it, we would take a look at that. And basically it's looking at all your shadows, your light, your strengths, your weaknesses, and how you can build those up to have a more balanced present. And also looking at, everybody that's on your left hand power and your right hand power, which is, one side being like your intuition, your creativity, your thoughts, your emotions, the other side being how you manipulate the 3D world. It's your material world, it's your possessions, your job, and things like that. But also, what I find is interesting in Mayan astrology is the numbers and day signs that are on each of those columns. If you were to do a birth chart for your best friends, people that are closest to you, usually you find their day number and day sign somewhere within your chart. And so like for James and I, we have mirror charts. His chart is a identical chart to mine. Except it's the mirror image of it, which I think is really cool. A lot of my closest friends, we share very similar charts. So it's just interesting to see like the more charts you do. And the reason this is why I like teaching it, so people can just do this for themselves, so that they can, for their favorite movie stars or whatever, they can kind of like do a little look ski in. If they want to take a look at, their father or their mother, or, why, it's just, it helps us to make connections. And I think kind of reaffirming what we know intuitively. A lot of us go into meditation, we talk to our higher selves, and we can gain information, but I think it's just kind of confirmation when you can see it out on a physical piece of paper. I think it's cool. It's kind of what makes it alive. So that's just my thing on my astrology. But yeah, and then there's something called Flight of the Feathered Serpent, which is a course I was thinking of offering at some point. I don't know, I'll think about it. But it's something that I do during the destiny chart readings, and it's showing you your Koyopa energy, which looks like a lightning bolt in your chart, and it's what the Mayans believed gave breath to your chart. There's also divination involved in it, because it is the part of a sacred calendar, the Tolkien calendar. So that has that in it. And then you take a look at like just each date on the in the chart shows you a day that you can celebrate and how you can celebrate for the basically 28 days that you would celebrate your birth. But that date changes, or that month changes from year to year, because it's a 260-day calendar instead of the HEP 365-day calendar or Gregorian calendar that we've adopted since, what was it, like 1600, 1700, somewhere around there. Some of the priests just decided we're going on the Gregorian calendar, and that's what we went with. Anyway, let's see. Let's go back here. Do, do, do. Let's see. Oh, yes, Caitlin. A lot of people. We were just talking about money today. We're talking about our bank accounts just like slowly dwindling. So that's why I say, I truly do, appreciate everybody who supports this channel, because every single cent goes to supporting, what we do here. There is no frivolous spending going on here. In fact, we're making solar so that we could live. But maybe I'll take you guys on a little walk around the property, kind of show you some of the stuff we've done. Dana said, "I can't stress enough how amazing Tara's means readings has been, or Mayan readings has been. It's a reading you will continue to refer back to." Well, thank you, thank you. Caitlin says, "Can't get away with 2 readings today." Hey, no worries. Remember, there's no pressure, no worries. Um, let's see. Dana said, "My next step would be take a class from Tara. She's such an incredible teacher." Thank you. Um, she says, "Mind readings I meant to write earlier." Hey, I got you. I got you. Um, and then Caitlin was telling Lisa that she managed to fix things with Mikey's tarot. Very good. And Lisa said, "Yeah, the Gregorian 1600s after the Julian calendar." Yeah, and there's just still so many cultures that still use other calendars. I mean, I don't know. I think that I kind of like the balance. I mean, I'm biased because, of course, I like Mayan astrology, but I like the balance that the Mayans had, and actually in Guatemala, there's still ancestors, descendants of the Mayans who still use both calendars. We still have basically, well, I guess they would be considered like shamans or priests that still work with the Mayan calendar out there. So there's still the Tzolk'in calendar and there's still the Hep calendar used. So one is for work and one is for your spirit self. So your human self and your spirit self. Why not have 2 calendars? Because basically we are 2 energies in one, Um, let's see. Dana said, "I love to support Tara. She's incredible. Love her." Thank you, Dana. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. All right, you guys. So, yeah, my little herby friends out there. I know there's some of you that like to pop in and kind of figure out what the herb of the week is. I kind of like the idea of doing either an herb of the week or showing you what I've used with the herbs, like either a tea or a salve or a spray. I don't know, I kind of like it. But this is in my cabinet, and it's one that I got from a curandera. And this is Corteza peruana o Raíz Roja del Peru. So it's known as Peruvian red bark. So looks just like this. Actually, just looks like red bark. It's written all in Spanish here, but basically it's really good as a detox. If you have been taking in a lot of heavy foods, a lot of rich foods, maybe a lot of soda lately, maybe a lot of alcohol lately, more than normal, a lot of coffee, just anything that's heavy maybe on the system, a little bit taxing, this is just really good as a detox. It's not meant to be drunk every single day, but if you wanted to have it like once every couple of weeks, maybe once a month, maybe a few times a year, it's really good for that. So what you do, I mean, I could say it in Spanish for all my Spanish speaking friends out there. Maybe I'll say it in Spanish first and then I'll say it in English for you guys. But the method of use or modo de uso, you have en 2 litros de agua remojar un punto de esta corteza durante 3 horas y beber como agua de uso sin azúcar. So, in 2 liters of water, you're going to put the Peruvian red bark. So I would say maybe like a chunk about this big, just kind of put it, in your 2 liter pitcher. Let it sit for 3 hours and then strain it out. So that you don't get any bark, because you really don't want the bark pieces going into your throat or anything. So make sure it's as strained as possible. You can run it through some like muslin or something, some mesh cloth, just kind of run it through. And if you find it to be too bitter in taste, you can add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of azúcar. So I don't find it to be bitter. I think it's got kind of an earthy taste. It does taste like you are drinking wood, but It's like you're drinking a tree is kind of what it tastes like, but it turns the water blood red. So some people might be a little off put by that, but I just pretend that it's like a strawberry drink and I just like drink it up. It doesn't taste bad to me. I don't mind the taste of trees. So yeah. And I just have a glass of that every once in a while when I feel like I'm too heavy, like it's like too much on the system. And so like I said, so that's for like the physical body. I would say spiritually speaking, if you didn't want to ingest it, but you wanted to give it as an offering, for health, you're doing a health spell or you're doing some sort of cleansing spell or purifying spell, you can use the bark in an incense. Like I said, you can use the bark as an offering, or you could create the water and then use that as like a water for an offering for a goddess or a god or something like that. So yeah, there we go. Peruvian red bark. You might be able to find it in like botanica or a little bodega, maybe. Um, Check out your local swap meets. Sometimes there are curanderas that will set up shop, with all their different like herbs, just usually in Ziploc bags. Especially if you live closer to the border, like the border of Mexico. You can get better stuff, I think, at the swap meets, or just head on over to Mexico, and get yourself some good stuff. But yeah, it's not too hard to find. I think you can also find it on the internet if you wanted to do it that way too. But sometimes it's good to kind of hear it from the person who's selling it, like how they use it personally and what are their recommendations. So okay, let's see. Let's go back here. Just making sure I don't miss your comments. Lisa said, I use the Luna calendar, 13 months a year, Wiccan calendar. There we go. And Night Daughter said, tomorrow I'm spending my day with my birth mother, April. Nice. Very cool. Susie said, I love the herb of the week. Susie wishing Caitlin a wonderful time. Lisa says it is a great herb. Caitlin says she's been estranged from a long time from her birth mother, as have I. But I sent her a little Mother's Day today, so she said she missed me. So maybe we'll strike up a little text conversation, perhaps. Janine, hello. Says I've not got my cards out today. I've had a bad stomach ache and a lower back ache since yesterday. So trying to enjoy hearing this live with friends. We will make sure that we send you tons of good juju today. Let's get you all back to shape. Spick and span. Let's see. Susie said, Caitlin, I called my mom this year and she was cold, but I did it for me. There we go. Sending the healing. Loving it. Um, Night Daughter said, I'm sorry she wasn't receptive, but April and my birth father, Jeremy, are willing to start fresh. Very cool. I love this healing energy. There we go, you guys. Lisa said, Susie, I emailed my mom. Best I can do. I'm remembering my grandma, though. She was a mother to me. Oh, yes, both my grandmothers, my Nana and my grandma. I love those women very much. They sometimes I know that I accidentally sometimes put them on a pedestal, but I think they were both great women. Not perfect women, but they were great, and they helped they helped make me. I probably would have been in worse shape without those two women in my life. Um, Let's see. Caitlin said, a first card from the Goddess Power Oracle, Artemis with focus in reverse. Interesting. I kept pulling Artemis yesterday and Diana. I was like, Moon Chariot says, I've been connecting with trees a lot this past week, um, and here it is. Peruvian bark. Love the little synchronicities. There you go. Dude, I love it. I love it. Susie said, Lisa, glad about your grandma. All right. So, on that mothering energy, I have a few things here. Let me show you. I have the Goddess Guidance cards here. I also have the Star Child Tarot. I don't know, I just got some kind of divine feminine vibes from there. I have the Mars Power, which to me is like Coyota energy. That is the Mama Gaia energy, And then there's a deck that I'm going to be reviewing soon. It was actually sent to me for review, and I really, really enjoy it. This is Tarot of the Nile. But you know me, I like anything Egyptian, really. So, so I love the artwork. To me, it's like a like video game artwork, but like 90s video game artwork. I think it's like it's cheeky, it's super cool. And look what I got. Uh, this is a new deck that actually I got for James and I to use. And I have a question for you guys before we start slanging some cards. Okay, so I know not everybody is into Miss Mary Jane. I understand that, you know, totally respect everybody's thoughts and opinions. But me, I just like to try and utilize all the different herbs that I can, especially ones that I find that aren't, you know, toxic. You know, I make sure I do my research so I'm not like ingesting poison or anything. But I was thinking, just for funsies, you know how sometimes people do just funsy live chats, like they're not really anything specific type live chat. It's just like we might be slinging some cards, maybe we'll just be chatting about whatever's. Yeah, hello, hello, just little bugs going by. Oh, it's our hummingbird. Hey, do you guys hear him? Oh, usually he loves to come and like look me in the eyes. I think he just likes this hat. I think is really what he's attracted to. So interesting. Anyway, so like I said, some people do like chats where it's just like fun. People are just like in the chat, and I know that who was it? There was a few people that like to do wine and tarot. So basically, they just drank a bunch of wine, they slung some tarot cards, or you know, and they were like, just don't take everything we say with a grain of salt, because you know obviously a lot of people don't agree that like alcohol and tarot or alcohol and our intuition really mix too well. So I was thinking, just for fun, I don't know if you guys be interested in it, but have a little Stony Baloney tarot pull. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? You don't have to partake. I would be the one partaking. And like I said, you could take the readings with a grain of salt or not. Although I do feel like my intuition is a lot more open because I have a lot less ego when I'm a little Stony Baloney. But it's just harder for me to form sentences. And I forget halfway through my sentence what I was talking about. So it's a lot of forgetfulness. It's a lot of like mixed up language and words. And who knows, I'm probably not even speaking English anymore. Maybe I'll just start like speaking, I don't know, like Arabe or Espanol or something. I don't know. Who knows? But would you guys like something like that? Like maybe I could do it next week if you guys wanted, or the week after. Maybe, you know, but just I'm let's do green hearts, you know, green hearts. So let's do green hearts. Would you be into Stony Baloney tarot? And like I said, you don't have to partake. It would just be me. If you just want to laugh at me the whole time, that's fine. I can take it. I don't care. But I'll be pulling cards. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's take a look here. First, let's go back. I missed a bunch of comments, so um, a lot of people sending good healing vibes. I'm loving it. Um, and then Caitlin was like, seriously, Tara, Diana is the Roman version of Artemis. I know both of them have been popping up. I'm like, what the hey? Lisa says, I got some natural weed recently, found it helpful. Yeah, you know, a lot of people around here, they just, you know, they make their own. They don't really rely on the companies around here. I always think when you put your own love and attention, no matter what the plant is, not just, you know, Miss Mary Jane, but when it's anything like these juniper trees, anything, I think that they're just, the energy is different. And to me, it's better. Let's see. Night Daughter said, Artemis is the goddess of the hunt. So the forest creatures are speaking to us. Obviously, she's important today. Very cool. And then Susie says, I will be the designated mod. I would love that. Dana says she would like it. Okay. She's saying yes. Susie says, sounds great. Lisa's like, stoned is cool. Moon Chariot says, I'm all about wine and tarot. Bring on the MJ, Tara. There we go. Okay. Um, and Caitlin said, straight edge here, no drugs. Hey, no worries. But we got a lot of green hearts coming in. Dana said, laughter is one of the highest vibes. I'm so here for it. That's what I said. Who knows? Maybe it'll just turn into I can't even hold a conversation and you guys can just get a good laugh, get a good belly laugh at my expense. Like I said, I don't care. People laugh at me all the time. I laugh at myself. No worries. All right. So cool. It's settled then. We'll do a little Stony Baloney tarot poll. I'll set up that live chat. I don't know, maybe this coming week or oh, it can't be the next week because James's family is coming into town. So they're going to be here for a little while. Not sure if I'm going to do a live chat while they're here because we want to kind of have the focus on the fam, you know, his mom and his dad, his brother, brother-in-law, sister, his nephew is coming, the dog is coming too, so little Enso. Um, so yeah, maybe that would be good. Maybe we'll have like a really just kind of fun live chat, and that will just kind of set us off until I can come back to doing live chats after the family vacay. So there we go. Moon Chariot says, I like the gummies, watermelon gummies, but I might be looking for a job with the airline, so I'll be observing the fun. Okay, all right, no worries. I like, I'm more of I'm not really a smoky person. I'm more just an edibles person. Number one, I like to bake. Number two, I have a sweet tooth, and so it all works for me. Oh my goodness. Lisa's like, we laugh with you, not at you, Tara darling. Hey, no worries. With, at, it's all good. Let's see. Night Daughter says, second card from the Goddess Power got Gaia with Earth. Dude, all the Mama Gaia vibes coming on in today. Mother's Day, one of the main, I think, original mothers, the Earth. So, giving her props today. Yes, Caitlin, I was talking about Gaia earlier. So that's cool. Susan's like, oh, bring out the brownies. Yes. Okay. I have to share a little story with you guys. I know we gotta sling some cards, but that's just how my channel is. I love to share, and I think you guys will get a good laugh out of it. So, and like Moon Chariot saying, laughter is the best medicine. So here we go. Um, Back when I was in college, I had this roommate, and we're still, kind of friends. I mean, we're not as close as we were when we were roommates back in college, but she was dating this guy who she was so in love with. They eventually got married, but I just remember she came back to the dorm one day because she would sleep over at him and his mom's house. Like he lived with his mom, so she would sleep over at their house or whatever. And it wasn't that far from the college. It was like a 5-minute drive. They could just walk there, I guess. And I remember she came back and she was like, um, she's like in her little British accent. She was from Surrey, English. She was like, Tara, I had the best experience with JP's mom, right? And she's like, she's like, we his mom and JP were naked, right? And I was like, wait, whoa, hold it. Why is the family naked? She says, oh no, it's okay because I was naked too. I was like, wait, what? What the heck is going on? She's like, no, let me tell you. She's like, so she's a JP's mom, right? She's really good with like it's called weed. And she's like, because she was so straight laced, I mean, both her and I were. And she was like, it's called weed, yeah. And his mom knows how to string wheat. And so we made what's called pot brownies, yeah. And she's like, and so JP was like, you can have a brownie that tastes real good, yeah. So she's like, so I had a brownie and his mom had a brownie. And she's like, and I thought it was so good I had more brownies, yeah. And we were naked because his mom's like an old hippie. And she's like, she's like, so she doesn't believe in like clothing, it's like the patriarchy. It's all about man's trying to keep women down by clothing them, yeah. So she's naked. She doesn't mind if her son's naked because he's got the same ideals as his mum. And she's like, and so I was like, yeah, I'm with that. So I was naked too. And she's like, and so we all had these brownies. And she's like, and well, I got something called stoned. And she was like, I was like, well, you gotta try this, Tash. She goes, it was so nice. And so just the three of us were just naked on the porch, just wow, the clouds. And that's the first time I heard about people making their own brownies, was from my roommate from that experience. And yeah, so I just remember because it was like so out of left field. Like I was literally reading I don't know, like a psychology book or something. I was just reading for a class. I'm like, she comes in and she's like, so we're naked and we got high. And I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? So yeah. So yeah. But yeah, so many lovely stories from her. She was so cool. It was just like, I just remember that, and I was just like, wow, what is stringy wheat? Like, what is that? You can make them out of brownies, or you make them into brownies. I'm like, this is all very fascinating to me. So anyway, wanted to share that story with you guys. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, let's see. Let's go back here. Night Goddess's Goddess Power really wants to talk. I got the Great Goddess with Sacred Unity in reverse. Wow. Lisa's like, Surrey, nice part of England. Terry, your accent is spot on, dear. John, hey, says my wedding cake was special lemon cake. Really? Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna keep that idea in mind. Thank you, John. Yeah, that is so cool. Caitlin said, first card from the Water Temple Oracle, the Isle of Glass with sovereignty. I shine my light of wisdom. Susie says, love it. And yes, great accent. Yeah, sorry to all my English folk out there that I may have been butchering the accent, but you know. Lisa says, cosmic cake. Ha! All right. On that note, let's go ahead and pull some cards. Let's pull some cards for the week, but also thinking about the energy of today, Mother's Day, and all the facets that Mother's Day encompasses, you know, not just physically giving birth to a child, but all of the things that have been created. Mama Gaia herself, those that are foster parents, and like I said, those who are single dads who have to pick up the job as father and mother, you know, those roles. And for the divine mother that's in each and every one of us, doesn't matter what your gender is, we all have that energy in each and every one of us. So it's honoring that, those that mother plants, they mother animals, you know, mothering projects, mothering other people, those that act as mother to other people's children, helping them to guide them, to love them and care for them. So in all of that capacity, let's go ahead and sling some cards. Since you guys talking about goddess cards and Caitlin's got her goddess cards, I have my goddess guidance right here. And I think I'm going to use the Tarot of the Nile as a little backup for this. Um, let's see. Susie says lemon wedding cake spiked. Hint, hint. Any news? She's like, I hope so. Lisa says they speak posh in Surrey. I love it. Oh yeah, I love how she talked. It was like when she talked, her nose was always kind of up in the air, and everything was with ya. You know, it's just I love her accent so much. Like it doesn't matter what she's talking about. I'll listen to it all day long. um, okay, so let's use Goddess Guidance, and we have Tarot of the Nile here. So I'm just putting those in my lap. Okay, so let's pull from Goddess Guidance first and see what we got going on. Susie's gonna go grab her Sacred Mothers and Goddesses deck, so she'll be right back. Moon Chariot says, oh, I haven't used my Goddess Guidance in so long. I love that deck. Yeah, you know, when I was just like, I was going through my decks to see like what I could release, you know, because we were coming up here and obviously there's very limited space for things. And this was just like one of the decks. I was like, I just can't get rid of it. Like I love it. I like the energy of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a card here. What guidance do you have for us, Goddess Guidance? Divine Mother, Divine Feminine. All right. I'll just keep that face down at the moment. I'll take a look at it in just a sec. And I'm going to pull from Tarot of the Nile. By the way, here's the back of those cards. Just, I don't even mind the borders. I think it's just cool, man, you know? But like I said, I'm going to do a review of it. And it's through Debris, which is the printing company, and I have a coupon code with them. So I'll make sure that when I do the review, you guys get the coupon code. But basically, it's KW20, and you get 20% off your order. Anybody who buys through them. So, okie dokie. Let's pull. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's just do that. I'll put these here. Okay, so let's see. We have. Are you guys ready? We have Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. Now, that ain't some guidance right there. Love it. Um, let's see. Edgar says, "Gonna use my Santo Muerte tarot for this." There you go. The Mi Madre de Muerte. Night Daughter said, "For the week overall, I got Hecate with the in between. Um, Lizzie with Revelation, and Mnemosyne with the past reverse. This week is a big week of change." And Susie said, "Hather, celebrate life." And Susie's like, "Love Mary Magdalene." Lisa's like, "Love it." Dude, okay, so let's see. Let's dig a little bit deeper in with the other cards that came out with this card. And that was the Seven of Pentacles that we have here. And then we have the Queen of Cups. All right. And isn't that kind of cool? It kind of looks like Mary Magdalene is actually holding a cup right there. And I think the birds have something to say too. As soon as I give them the floor, they stop talking. Okay. Anywho. Okay, so let's dive into what this is saying for us with the week. Actually, maybe I'll leave it like this so you guys can see. Patience. All right. As they say, patience is a virtue. But I know that you guys were talking about, there's Hathar with, nurturing with love. Caitlin was coming in talking about this being a big week of change. So whatever it is that may go on this week, try to look at it through the eyes of love, more akin to the frequency of love. So let's say something unfortunate happens. I don't know, you get into a fender bender, something like that. Of course, the normal human reaction is to be upset. Oh my gosh, now we got to deal with insurance. Now we got to da, 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 da. There's all these things that would make us rightfully upset, right? Now, how can we look at it through the frequency of love? Is there something that we can learn through this situation? Not looking at it as being any sort of punishment, putting that aside. That would be more like our ego saying, "Oh, you are being punished or you are being smited." That's our ego talking. Listen to the higher self. What is your soul saying? What is your higher self saying about the overall situation? Maybe it was to take a look at your reaction when something negatively affects your world. What is your instant reaction? What are your thoughts? And how are those thoughts now interfering with everything else going on in your life? Not just the accident, not just the fender bender that happened. Is it now it seems like everything else seems to be going wrong? And is it because it's an energy that you are now emitting that now one thing has gone wrong? What's the next thing? Now you're expecting a next thing. Or whatever it may be. Maybe it's that the person that you got into a fender bender with, maybe it was your conversation with them because of the beautiful energy that you have. Maybe you had something healing that you had to give to this person, and they would have never otherwise have met you if not for this unfortunate accident. So it's taking a look with a broader perspective at whatever may occur this week, whether it's something really cool and fun, or whether it's something that we rather would not have had to deal with, or something unfortunate that happens. What is the silver lining? And I'm not telling people to walk around with rose colored sunglasses and pretend everything is hunky-dory. Of course there's light and dark in everything, but let's try to find the light in the darkness, but also trying to find the shadow and the darkness within light, and making sure that we look at things with that balanced eye. And so I believe that's what Mary Magdalene is coming in with, is helping us to see the love in all the situations. That yes, everything is balance. So let's look at it with a balanced eye, a balanced soul, so to speak. All right. Very cool. I can dig that. Thank you, Mary Magdalene. Lovely message there. Okay. Let's look at what you guys got. I love your messages as well. Um, okay. So Night Daughter says, from Water Temple, I got Birthplace of Aphrodite with Emergence. My divine flow arouses creativity and the Isle of Glass again, but in reverse. Susie said, yellow, Tarot, Wealth, and Prosperity is the second card. Whoop, whoop. Edgar says, got Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, Seven of Cups. Nourish and tend to your heart's desires and your passions. Your path is your choice. And every time I see pentacles, I always think of Sherry Bug because she calls them pants, like the queen of pants, the seven of pants. Love it. Um, let's see. Night Daughter said another goddess power card, Isis with rebirth. Oh, you know what? I almost busted out my Isis deck too. So Lisa is wearing yellow today. We got the yellow going on here. Hey, hey. Edgar says, Susie, nice match. Time to prosper. Caitlin says, my connection is heightened today. There we go. I'm digging that. Um, Night Daughter says, it might not be my exact Mayan birthday, but today being Kib must be giving me more power. Yeah, definitely. It doesn't have to be your actual date, So even though I'm a 5 Akbal, it doesn't have to be 5 Akbal for me to really tap into the energy. You could tap into it on a 5 day, an Akbal day. For you, you said it was a 3 Kib. You can tap into it on 3 days, which was yesterday. You could tap into it on Kib days, which is today. So yeah, definitely. John says, I recently bought rose colored glasses to remind myself not to dwell in dark places. You know what? For a while, I used to have little heart shaped glasses that were rose colored, actually. I thought they were the coolest. I was so sad because I lost them. And I can't find glasses that were just like that again. They're either too big or too small. I don't know. Angela, hey, hey. Angela Prayer Poem says, blessings and hugs, everyone. I got pink on, but it has a yellow sunflower with monarch butterflies. Ooh, very springy. There we go. Nancy from Crohn's Intuition. Hello, hello. She says, hello, beautiful people. And John said, mine are hearts. Yeah, dude, the best glasses. The best. So cool. All right, you guys, are you ready for the um question? So there were 4 questions that I posted to my YouTube channel public poll. I also posted it to my YouTube members. I posted it to my Patreon homies. Those of you that are a YouTube member or Patreon or both got multiple votes for the question that you liked the best. We had a definite winner with that because it was kind of like blown out of the water. There was no question, there was no tie. And so I'll be pulling a card. Let's see, what deck do we want to use for that actually? Let's use this. You know what? Let's keep with the goddess guidance. I think that would just be really good for this particular type of question. Angela says, I'll be slinging poems. Don't have my cards on me. Well, Angela, we love your poems, so sling away, girl. Slang away. Edgar says, I got one of those pink sticky things they use for counting money in banks. Been wanting to get one for my cards, and I found one in my bag. Ask and ye shall receive. That is so cool. Caitlin says, the Isle of Glass again. Someone needs that message. Sovereignty. I shine my light of wisdom. Beautiful. Moon Chariot says, I pulled out my goddess guidance and got Siggy. Quiet time, my attention immediately went to the green aura around the goddess image. So take some quiet time to listen to the heart. Very nice. Okay, so, and if you guys want to either bring down some guidance, you want to sling some guided poetry, messages, cards, runes, whatever it may be, channeling. The winning question was a message from the Divine Mother. That was what you guys voted on. There were votes for some of the other questions, but this one just got a lot. You know what? I was like dumping out my cards. Look what card it landed on. Moon Chariot. Did you not just pull this card? What? She pulled this card. It was the card that literally fell out of the deck. Oh my gosh. So I think that we have to reiterate the card that she pulled. So, Siggy, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Wow. Wow. Angela's like, ah, gee, thank you. That makes me smile. You're all kings and queens. Seeing you all is such a treat. You bring light to everyone you meet. Ah, thank you. Susan's like, wow. Angela's like, synchronicity. Moon Chariot's like, I love it. Dude, that's rad. Now that is rad. Okay. Okay, let's pull some cards here then. So this is a message from the Divine Mother. Remember, I said that is it's basically part of source energy, which is us. You know, we are in that energy, which means each and every one of us has that Divine Mother energy in us. Doesn't matter what your gender is; it's an energy. So let's see what that energy has to say. Message from the Divine Mother on this beautiful Mother's Day. Caitlin says, Metis with wisdom. Wisdom is very important today. There we go. Now, if I see an owl tonight, that would be cool. I heard the owls talking back and forth last night, though. Okay, message from the Divine Mother. Message from the Divine Mother. All right, here we go. I think it's a card I haven't pulled before. Nematona. Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So for me, this is all about connecting to the divine within, because it's my personal belief that when we create altars, you know, we light candles, we have incense, we place, you know, beautiful offerings and things upon our altar. But the altar is a physical representation, a tangible representation of what you are. You are the altar. So when you light a candle, it's representative of the fire that's within you. When you place out a libation or water, it's representative of the life force energy that's within you, that earth energy, all of those elements that we place upon our altars. They're just representing and reminding us that that is you. And since that's where we come to for prayer, for guidance, you know, when we want to make magic happen, it's just a reminder that you are giving reverence. You are honoring what you are. You are the magic. When you go to the altar to make magic happen, you are bringing the altar you to an outward altar to make that magic happen. You are the magic. When you honor at the altar, you honor yourself. You are divine. You are a part of the energy. And so I feel that this is what the Divine Mother is having us remember, is that yes, you know, today, Mother's Day, we honor mothers, but we also have to honor how we've mothered ourselves. You know, so when we were kids, yes, we had mom and dad helping to raise us, or maybe we just had a single mother helping to raise us, or a single father, and you know, they were in charge of our well-being. But now that we are adults, we are in charge of our well-being. How well have you listened to you? You know, if you are still the child, how well have you listened to that child? How much attention have you given him or her? You know, how much love have you given them? How much self-care? How much, every time that they are worried about something or scared about something, how much of your attention have you given to that? Have you helped them to heal through that? So I think that, at least for me, when I go into my healing meditations, I often like to look at myself as the inner child, and that I'm the mother, I'm the adult now, and I'm here to help her. Because it's in that childhood where a lot of my programming took place, and a lot of the things do need to be healed and rewritten. And so when she's scared, I want to be there for her. When she's angry, I want to be there for her. When she's in joy, I want to ask why. You know, where is it coming from, and how can we make more of that? But yeah, I think today is a great day to be reminded that, you know, even though you may not have a physical child that you've given birth to, you have a physical child within you. That is you, that is your inner child. And how well have you taken care of that person? And maybe that person needs a little bit of extra love today. And maybe you need to give a little extra love to the adult you, for being a mother to yourself, so there's that. So yes, it is good to honor, mothers of all types, but also to remember that you are a mom to you, and how well have you been a mother to that self, and is there room for improvement? Of course there always should be. We're always works in progress. So thank you, Namatona, for helping to remind us of that the altar is within us, the divine is within us. So let's connect to that divinity. Let's remember our power. So, okay, let's go back to what you guys got going on here. Do, do, do. Angela said, quiet time is for the mind, the body, but not the soul. It's the time where the soul can sing and be heard better as a whole. And Caitlin said, owls are Athena, not Metis. Well, I was just equating owls with wisdom. So I was thinking, wisdom, if I see an owl, that'd be great. And just said, Metis is said to be mother of Athena in some mythos. Wow. Angela said, connection and love it is enough everyone gets so stuck on offerings and gifts they forget to connect and close the rift. Don't forget this because it's true. The gifts and flowers are lovely, but the true offering is love from you. And Lisa saying hello to Kayla. What's up, girl? Wow. And then Caitlin said, Maya with illusion. Maya is the oldest of the Pleiades sisters and mother of Hermes, the messenger god. Kayla, what's up? What's up? And Moon Chariot says, you are on point, Angela. Dana's like, I love this. Night Daughter said, Ostra with new beginnings, the namesake of the Easter holiday. Yes. Susie said, gratitude. I am doing a daily practice now, giving thanks. Edgar says that he got 7 of swords, 9 of cups, and the hangman. You must stay vigilant and atop of things that I may obtain what I desire. Sacrifice of the self will help you see a much larger picture. Thank you, Susie. And just said, a hug, a prayer can mean so much more than a trinket ever could. Don't forget, your important part is you being your heart. Bring your smile, bring your love, and give of yourself. So how you have loved in the way you act and the work you do. And Caitlin said, from Water Temple Goddess, Radi, ready, quest, I am divinely guided. So many wonderful messages, you guys. I am digging this. This is rad. Okay, let's see. Let's pull from the Star Child Tarot. I don't know. This deck's just really calling to me right now. Let's go into the viewers poll and have a couple of questions for you guys. So if you're new to the chat or you haven't been in the chat for a while, or maybe you're watching this in the future. So what I do during the chat is for everybody who's here, it's kind of like a special thing for being here. We have a viewers poll. So I'm going to pose 2 questions and you guys get to vote on the question you like best. That's the question I'll pull a card on. So the first question, if you really like it, I have people vote with emojis. So it'll be a red heart emoji. But if you're at a computer and you don't have access to your emojis, just type the words red heart. It's fine. For the second question, if you really like that one, go ahead and vote with a green heart emoji or just type the words green heart. Okay, so let me read a few more of your comments and then I will tell you what the 2 questions are. Let's see. Caitlin says, this is the most powerful I've ever felt. That's amazing. Yay, I love it. Angela said, love and hugs to all the goddesses on Mother's Day and every lady in the chat. Everyone deserves recognition. And Susie's saying, that's so cool for Night Daughter. Susie says, Angela, I adore you. Such a beautiful heart. I agree. 100, 100. Okay, so here you guys go. Here are the 2 questions. Question number 1. If you like this question, vote with a red heart emoji or just type the words red heart. Okay. A message from the higher selves of our current collective mothers, meaning whether you're mom is still here on earth or your mom is passed on, we're talking about everybody here, our mothers, our physical, biological mothers, okay, or mothers who have adopted us. I got to put that in too. But their higher selves, we're looking for a message of their collective higher self instead of their ego self. I do feel that we get much more in depth messages when speaking to one's higher self than to one's ego. So, a message from our collective mother's higher consciousness. Or question number two, a message from the mothers who came before us. These are all of our ancestors and all of Earth's incarnations, all of the moms that came before us. It doesn't matter if they were in your blood lineage or not, your past lives or not. These are just all the mothers that came before us. So their collective consciousness. So again, the questions, if you like question number one, vote with a red heart emoji or type the words red heart. But it's a message from the higher consciousness of our current collective mothers. Or question two, for a green heart emoji or type the words green heart, a message from the collective consciousness of all of the mothers that came before us. Okay, so let's take a look here while I do a little do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's see. Angela said, "Ah, gee, I'm blushing, Susie. I missed you last time I was here." Ah. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Let's start counting them up. We have a green heart from Nancy, a green heart from Night Daughter. We have, hold on, whoa, the chat just got moved there. We have a green heart from Susie, a green heart from Lisa, a green heart for Moon Chariot, green heart from Angela, green heart for Kayla, green heart for Edgar, one for Dana. I think it's clear winner. Yes, Susie. I think we have a clear winner today. Night Daughter said, quoting Mrs. Socombe from the British comedy Are You Being Served? I am unanimous in that. Very nice. Okay, so it was unanimous. A collective consciousness message from all the mothers that came before us. Okay. Let me get a little drink of water on that one. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. All right. That's our card then. All the moms that came before us, we have the Four of Cups. I love the little Siamese there. Looks a little like Wally when he was a kitten before he darkened in. Okay, so let me dive into this one. Power, 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 power. That's what's coming in. Wow, okay. I have to slow it down because it's a jumbled mess in my head. Okay. So what they're showing me is society right now. And first they were talking about society in terms of men and in terms of women. And they said, and before it was a fight to create equality amongst the genders, basically amongst the masculine and amongst the feminine. And they're showing me, many of us were part of the women's suffrage movement. There were many of us that, fought for equal, responsibilities within the home, for the right to do what we want with our lives. They said, but you need to remember that this rebalancing is a rebalancing of all energies. It goes beyond gender. It goes beyond us against them. That's not balance. It's not a versus. It's an empowering, it's a bringing back into balance. And they say this is a time to empower the true divine masculine, not the inverted version of it. Just like we want to empower the true divine feminine and not the inverted version of it. There are many that will take something as powerful as the divine masculine and the divine feminine, where when they are seated on their thrones side by side, is something that no power could match. But if you can keep them divided, if you can keep them into thinking that certain things they are doing are empowering when really it is disempowering, you keep the illusion and you keep the fight going. The ancestors are saying to open your eyes, step back. Yes, we want equality of the energies. We want the energies to work together. They have their strengths and they have their weaknesses. But when you pair those strengths and weaknesses together with two of these powerful energies, they create something that is unmatched. And they say this is the war at this time. It is not me versus them. It's about empowering your brothers, empowering your sisters, and remembering that they work together. And remembering that the things that you say, the things that you say that you back, you have to really truly believe it on the inside. Not just be part of the hype, not just be part of the group and say, I'm belonging to this group, therefore I am empowered. Empowerment comes from within, it's an energy. And they're saying not to forget your true divine essence. This goes for all people on the planet. Not to forget your true divine essence, what power you truly have. And when you truly step into it, nothing can trigger you. Nothing. Just like with the divine masculine, in their true essence, when they are truly stepping into their power, they are triggered by nothing. They recognize the divine in you. You recognize the divine in them. You come together. Unity, ascension. All right. Whew. Whew. A little hot there. Okay, I'm gonna cool off a bit. Alrighty then. Let's see what messages you guys got. Ooh, that was coming in hot. Let me tell you. um, let's see. Susie said Wally. Nancy was saying beautiful card. Hyacinth also had the green heart. So yes, it was unanimous. 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 Angela says you are loved just as you are. Despite what others say, we know this life is hard. You didn't ask to be made, but we don't regret it, not one bit. We hope you don't. We love you so very much. We're glad you exist. We love you, and we're so proud of you. So sorry that one got split up. Hey, no worries. Night Daughter says to answer this question, I got Hestia, the home, Yuki Onna with stillness, and um, Ariadna, Ariane Rod with time. Take time out to meditate and rest before making your next decision. Susie was saying, beautiful, Angela, and appreciated. Hugs. Edgar got Five of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So emotional. Caitlin says, from the Water Temple, I got Goddess Dewi Shri. With fertility, I embrace wisdom, joy, and prosperity. Dana says, I love that so much. Angela said, hugs and love to everyone. So much love today. I manifest everyone cake and cookies to share on Mother's Day. Edgar says, certain things in the past may have not worked out with mother. This has left you unwilling to trust when someone is affectionate. Mothers are not perfect. They will They will commit mistakes. Do not choose your heart to your mother. A caring, open heart can heal. Moon Chariot said, very powerful. Oh, it says, do not close your heart. There we go. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. I'd be happy to pull a card for you. Lisa said, that's cool. And yeah, all right, all right. Goodness. Oh my goodness. That was quite the message. But hey, I agree with that, man. Yeah, if everyone on this planet really stepped into their divine nature, what power would have power over us? We would be the power, right? We would all come together. Oh, hello, birds. Hello. All the birds coming in to say hello. Um, thank you, thank you. Um, oh, okay. So Susie was getting it for Angela. Yes, thank you. All right, sorry. Oh, hello, Angela. You have some birdies singing for you as well. Okay, let's bust out the Mars Power Tarot. So, Angela, if you have a question, um, Susie graciously got you a card pull. So, excuse me, little bug. Miss Scusi, Miss Scusi. Let's go to my banners here and let's put the little ticker there. All right, there we go. It's bougie. Let's see. Susie says, love the birdies. Dana, general message. All right. Angela said, oh, wow, Susie, I'm happy crying. Yeah, so Angela, let me know if you have a question, if you would just like a general message, you want to hear from the higher self. We're going to pull from the Mars power here. Dana's saying it's 222 in the NYC. All right. I love all the love. I'm digging it. That's why I love these live chats, because you guys are wonderful. I love your energies. I love your messages. I love how you support one another. I love how you care for each other. This little guy just like won't leave me alone. Maybe he likes my jasmine essential oil that I'm wearing. Angela said a message from my great grandmother, Oma Vonda. If she has advice for me and or everyone here, I'd love that. All right. So Oma, yeah, grandma, great grandmother, Vonda. Okay. All right. All right. Let's do it then. Yes, yes. I love all the omas and opas out there. Okay, so let's see. Vonda, Vonda. Angela's great grandmother. Angela's great grandmother. Angela's great grandmother. Okay, Angela, before I even pull a card, I'm trying to connect to that energy. And the energy that she's showing me is one where she's dancing, almost like she's dressed up in some like festival clothes or something, but she's dressed up and she's dancing and she's older. The way I'm seeing her, she's like elderly, and so people are coming up to her and telling her to be careful, like, oh, be careful, you got to sit down, and she's saying that sometimes people mm, cripple you before your time. She says, I feel, and she's showing me in the vision, like if I were lively and full of energy and I want to dance, and I know that I can dance and I know that I have the energy, therefore I can do the thing. But the moment people come up to you and start saying, oh, you can't do that, oh, that's unsafe, oh, you're going to hurt yourself, she says it's the moment I start putting doubt in my energy. And the doubt makes me feel like, oh, maybe I should sit down, maybe I will get hurt. And she says, when that wouldn't have been until I allowed that energy to take place within my world. And so let's go ahead and pull a card for her. But that was kind of the first thing that came through. She's like, I'm fine. I am strong. I can dance. I am healthy. I am vital. She says, don't let people put you in the grave before your time. So let's pull a card for her. I love her energy, though. Her energy is very, like, she knows who she is. she She has a very strong sense of self. Oh, okay. We have the Two of Swords here. Okay. So let's tap in. Okay. So I think she wants to continue on that message. She's saying too often we allow the outside world to tell us who we are and what we can and cannot do. And that's something that she's expressing to you, but also to everybody in the chat, since you kind of opened it up for everyone. She's saying when you truly look in, if you're saying, I know without a doubt, I can do this, I am capable of this, that's fantastic. But she says you have to know that at your core, because the outside world is going to dictate what they think you should be able to do and who you should be based on their own conditioning, their own traumas, and their own fears. And so, if unhealed people, which she says, by the way, being unhealed is not a slander. It just means that you're human and you have healing to do. That's what everybody on this planet has to do. But when you look at it in that fashion, I'm an unhealed person, surrounded by other unhealed people. I'm listening to my guidance. My guidance says that I can do X, Y, and Z. People on the outside, unhealed people, not listening to their guidance, tells me you cannot do X, Y, and Z. You can only do this. And then I believe them? Well, she says that's a slap in the face to my higher self. She says, so before you take what others say as fact, if somebody said you were dumb or you can't do this, you're not pretty, you'll never be able to da 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 da. She goes, there's so much that people like to project. And unfortunately, so much that we accept. And we say, oh, yes, they're right. I'm not good at this. I'm not pretty. I'm dumb. All this. She says, that is so sad. You are taking on other people's unhealed trauma. But when you stand in your power and say, thank you for your opinion, but that's not me, you force them to look at their own shadows and you help them in their healing process. She says, please consider what others are saying and where that's actually coming from. It may be coming from what they say is a good place. They're looking out for your best interests. And of course, they love you. Many people aren't trying to hurt you, they're not. But think about where their words and their concerns are coming from. Oftentimes, a place of their own trauma and their own fears, unbeknownst to them. So she's saying, if you feel like dancing, if you feel like doing this or that, or you want to have a pint of ice cream, and it's what your higher self has said for you, then you do it. You listen to it and you be strong in your convictions. This doesn't mean to block out what others are saying. You listen to what they say, but you run it through your own higher self instead of just taking what they say at face value or ignoring them completely. Both extremes are not healthy. And again, I just see her dancing. She's kicking off her dancing shoes and she's just having herself a grand old time. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for letting me connect to your great grandmother. I like her energy. That's what I gotta say. Okay, so let's go back here. I missed some of the comments. And then we'll get to Dana's general message, and then to Caitlin's message behind the wasp in the bathroom window today. Okay, we can take a look at that. Angela said, oh yeah, it was for Andy Virgie in a moment. um, let's see. Edgar says, I did a collective reading, got Two of Cups, the World, and the Tower. The world is a moment of destruction. We must learn to communicate our thoughts and feelings if we are to rebuild what is broken. Angela said, OMG, he's a sparrow. He's Aphrodite, a bird, the Greek goddess love. That's one of her symbols. And then Caitlin said she has a second question. I meant for love right now. Okay. Moon Chariot saying great message from Edgar. Stephanie, hello, hello. She says, hello, all. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Angela says she went to a wedding in her 70s in her really pretty green suit. Very cool. And Night Daughter says, I got the goddess Yi for you, who represents the sun. I think the message for you is live your life and be happy. Angela said she was bedridden for 2 years, but was great company before she went. She was so sassy. She was where arguments went to die. She was a teacher too. Angela said, "Ah, Night Daughter, this is gonna make me happy cry." All right, so we have Dana, and then we have Caitlin, and then we have Lisa from Queen Guinevere. All right, and then she's wondering if she missed anybody. All right, all right. Angela says, hugs to Susie. Here's a special thank you poem for you. You're wonderful. You brighten the world. You're on angel with wings. I am light. So glad you're here. Never dim your light. Amen. Ah. Okay. Looks like something odd with the camera here. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Can you guys see me on the camera? I'm not sure because I can't see me on the camera. Um, yeah, let's go here. I'm trying to. Oh, you guys see me just fine? Okay, well, I just don't see me. Okay, alrighty. So I'm just like guessing because now I can't see the camera at all, but whatevs. Mercury retrograde, right? Are we still in it? Okay, so we have Dana. Dana had a general message, and then you said we're going with Night Daughter, and then we have Lisa. Okay. Uh, okay, so Dana says, you guys, okay, you guys can still see me. I just see nothing. I see darkness. Okay, so Dana, okay. Let me just tap into Dana's energy. Let me have a little sip of water first, too. Stay hydrated, my friends. Stay hydrated. Oh, looks like we have some clouds coming in. Okay. Dana, Dana. Okay, Dana, this is going to sound odd, but as you know, I always pass on whatever it is I'm seeing. And I saw the Barbie workout. This is like a VHS tape I used to have where it was like Barbie was working out. It was the actual Barbie doll, but it was she was like made to move. So it's like there was all these like kids in the background and you would like work out with Barbie. I don't know. For some reason, Barbie jazzercising or Barbie workout came out, and I just see like Barbie going like. Let's see. Angela said a little honey would be good with that. I love honey with earthy stuff. Ooh. Okay, so let's pull a card here. Let's see what the heck the Barbie workout has to do with anything. Okay, looks like we have a card. Ooh, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Dana's like, I love that. So hope you guys can see the card. Like I said, I can't see the screen at all. But okay, so let's dive into this. Okay, Dana. So this might be your higher self or your guidance, your guides coming in, but they're talking about how you move your body. And that there, are obviously various reasons we want to move our body. Some people want to look a particular way. Some people have health that they are looking after, so they want to get in a particular type of shape or energy. And they're saying whatever the reasonings may be, it's now time to break away from the conditioning behind working out, getting in shape, and know that even something as what looks like beneficial as the health industry, that there are people out there to train you, to help you to be, stronger, to all of this. They said, know that there's inversion in everything. And if there is inversion in everything, then it's time for you to figure out what actually works for your body. And know that the world around us is created by our thoughts. And so imagine it could be that you would will yourself into perfect health without having to lift one weight. Of course, if you like lifting weights or you like going for jogs, they're saying we're not stopping you from doing that. But know that you have more power over your body than the world would have you believe. And so, also, this goes with how you work the body, not just lifting in a particular fashion or going for a particular jog or a walk or a hike or whatever it may be. There are more ways to move the body, and there's more energy behind it. They said you also have your mind. Move the mind, move the soul, so to speak. Allow that to aid you in your health, bringing yourself what you believe to be optimal health. They said bring more of your manifestation into it, your own healing energy into it. Remember that everything on the external is also on the internal. The reason we go for runs, the reason we lift weights, the reason we go seek personal trainers, the reason we have particular diets is we're trying to use the outside world to will our body into health when you could will it from the inside out. They're saying we're not discouraging you from doing things that you love to do. If you love to be outdoors, you love to go for hikes, you love to go for walks, please do those things because you're called to do them, but not because somebody told you that was what you had to do. All right. All right. There we go, girl. Okay, let me see. Let's go back here. Missed some of those comments. Edgar says, now I feel like having cinnamon tea with honey. Ooh, cinnamon tea with honey. Dana says, I'm on a walk right now. Since I quit, I've been trying to move more lately, but my body has been coming up for me, not being 100% happy with my weight. Angela said, congrats, Night Daughter. So glad she got back to you. Dana said, but I'm trying to love myself through my body's changes. Sue's saying, you are beautiful, Dana. Dana said, I wanted to join the gym or debating on working from home. Angela said, healing hugs for all who need it today. May everyone feel better soon so they can enjoy their day. Amen. Dana's like, spot on. And Caitlin said, Dana, I got Yuki Ona with stillness, Mama Killa with the moon, Yi with the sun, and Branwen with forgiveness. You've been out of balance and beating yourself up. Don't do that. Just relax and forgive. Dana says, thank you so much. She says, I've been trying to lose weight with my mind, if that makes sense. I've been very intentional. Well, continue with it. That was definitely the message coming through. Edgar says, Dana, you have always been beautiful. Just consider this your chrysalis stage, finally turning into the butterfly you are. Dana, and let's see. Let's go back here. Angela said, I wouldn't have made it without Oma helping me through the early years of anxiety. She has helped me so much. Well, she's got a wonderful energy. I love her sassy energy. Dana said, thank you so much, Night Daughter. Angela says, I'll never forget when I was 8 years old. I got mad at me for having an anxiety attack and yelled at Oma, who was holding me, why the curse word am I like this and why am I broken? And she told me, you're not broken, you're beautiful. Everyone has moments like this. They just don't admit it. If you're not broke, you're beautiful, and your anxiety is lying to you. Wow, Lisa says, fantastic reading. Dana said, thank you so much, Tara. You truly helped to bring so much love and healing. Well, thank you. Thank you. Wow. And Angela, your Oma sounds like she had a whole lot of wisdom. John says, I think of my mother's strong hands. She worked a lot with her hands, with love and intent. I know I forget to take care of myself, and the same love and intent I apply to others. Wow. This is, dude, you guys bring the healing chat, you guys. Angela said, my Oma that we contacted through the reading, she really is a big influencer on how I turned out. That is so, so cool. So cool. All right. So let's see. We had a few other readings. Let me go way back. I think it was Caitlin was next, but I just, I think I can't go back that far. Sorry. Just on StreamYard, I can't go back too far. But I know it was Caitlin. I think she had two questions. One was about the wasp that was stuck outside the window of the bathroom window. I think that was the first one. And then the second one, I believe, was on love. Uh, so okay, so my two, then Lisa. Okay, so but remind me, Caitlin, is that correct? So the first question is asking about the message about the wasp that stuck outside the bathroom window, and the second message about love, I think. um, okay, so let's see. Angela said, and Oma is my great grandmother on my mother's side, night daughter. She was a lovely lady. Edgar says, OMG, I have never seen anyone run from a butterfly till today. My niece has her friend over and they are at my garden and a butterfly landed on her friend and they took off screaming from a butterfly. Okay. All right. So Night Daughter says that's right. Okay. Um, and then Mother of All said, howdy, folks. I just joined 10 minutes ago. It's great to be here with y'all. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, see, Angela said, Mother of All, I love your name. It's awesome. Welcome. Caitlin said, what was the message behind the wasp in the bathroom window? Okay, so let's get to that. And then, am I meant for love right now? Okay, all right, all right. So now I got those two messages. Whoa. This is coming in from the wasp. Five of Pentacles. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Let's dive into this one. On the outside looking in. Okay, so I love animal medicine, by the way. So the wasp is talking about an energy that you feel right now. So the wasp is saying, just like I'm stuck in the bathroom window, I'm basically on the almost like the outside looking in. And he's saying that's kind of how you feel in certain situations. And although he's a wasp, and wasps have stingers, we know that they could sting us if they want to, that they don't die after they sting us like bees do. They continue stinging. They got a little power behind them. Their nests, they work in numbers. They got a lot of power. um and yet, even sometimes the most mighty of things, the most powerful of things, feel powerless when they feel like they're on the outside looking in. And he's saying, but you need to be reminded, all these messages that you've been pulling today, about being in your power. You said you've never felt so powerful. You've been pulling all these nature messages and power messages. The wasp is saying they're as much for you as they are for everyone else. And it's not just on particular days, like let's say Keeb days or astrological days where you step into that power. The wasp is saying you are powerful each and every day, and really feel into that power that you feel today, because that's how you should feel each and every day. But sometimes the ego says that you're not powerful, that you're on the outside looking in. And that's not so. The wasp says, just like I may be small, but I'm mighty, so are you. And you just need to remember that no matter what the situation is going on, whether you feel helpless in a situation, whether you're dealing with the government or you're dealing with people, whatever it may be, know that when you come to your altar and you work with Nyx or you work with your goddesses, remember those messages from earlier. The altar is in you. You are the magic. You are paying reverence to divine in you. Yes, Nyx is a goddess, but Nyx is also you. And that magic has the power to manipulate, to change the world around you. The ego tells you that's not possible, that the government's always going to be this way, that people always act this way, that incapable of doing X, Y, and Z. It wants you to believe those things. But you can make miracles happen. You just have to remember who you are. Just like the wasp knows who he is. No one can ever tell him that he's anything else but a wasp. And he's powerful, and he knows it. All right. Woo. Caitlin, I was feeling your vibes on that one. Wow, girlfriend. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Let's I missed some of your questions here, or your messages. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, Lisa has a message for Queen Guinevere after Caitlin. Okay, okay. Night Daughter says the wasp was on the inside. I don't know how it got in. But yeah, somehow inside looking out, outside looking in, but basically it felt like being on the other side of the glass. And just ooh, careful, ouchie. Edgar says, I've been asking about my love life. My cards say, shut up, stop asking. You're lonely now, lonely in past, lonely in future. Stop asking. This is joking. Right now, I need to focus on healing and not relationships. And then Dana also has a question on romance love message. I would love to. I would love to. You're very welcome, Caitlin. And then we'll pull a love card too, Caitlin. Angela says, gotta go. Love yourself, Edgar. Mother of all says, we're all each meant for love. Night Daughter Oracle. None of us are ready for romantic love. Let me see. Hold on. The thing moved. The messages, it's like they move when I'm trying to read them. So none of us are ready for romantic love until our inner work is done. You are worthy to be loved. Look in the mirror, your eyes with deep love. Edgar says, Angela, agreed. Right now, I'm healing and feeling the old me returning. Angela says, I don't like wasps, but that reading gave a nice perspective. They seem to like me. They come and buzz near my nose or land on my fingers. Aw. Mother of all says, love yourself as you wish to be loved by another, and you will magnetically attract your perfect partner. You are loved beyond measure. Okay, so Caitlin, let's look at are you meant for love right now? Okay. Okay. Ooh, we got thunder rolling in. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. Caitlin, you got thunder in your message. Ooh, okay. Well, I have to use both because two came out. Okay, so you have the Seven of Swords and you have Justice. Seven of Swords. Okay, so Edgar's taking off. All right, well, Edgar, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a fabulous Sunday, man. I hope you have a great week. Um, oh, okay. Well, if Edgar's saying staying or leaving, well, whichever. Hope that you have a great day. Okay. Okay. So let's dive into this one. Mm, okay. So, Caitlin, is the message here from your guidance again, your guides, your higher self, is saying that in the future timelines that exist, we have infinite number of our future timelines. In those timelines, yes, there is romantic love that exists. But they're saying right now, the timeline that you're on, the ego is stepping in the way of you finding those people, from those people being able to see you and from you being able to see those people. It's almost like a C block, putting a blockage in front of you saying, no, 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 you can't have this person. You can't see this person. This person is not allowed to see you. You might be asking, well, why would my ego do that to me? And that's because the ego is steeped in programming, in trauma. The ego believes from what it's heard from the outside world, society, upbringing, that you are a particular way and that you can and cannot have particular things. And right now, the ego is saying, nope, nope, Caitlin can't have anybody right now. And that's not true. And this is where the healing takes place. Not to attack your ego, not to destroy it, but to sit down and have a conversation and say, ego, I need you to show me where this is coming from. You're saying that I don't deserve anybody right now, that I am not in alignment with anybody right now. Why is that? Why do you believe that? And this is where we start trickling down into the smoke and mirrors of the ego. It's speaking with such authority that Caitlin can't have this right now. But we need to see, where is this coming from? And so when you dig a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper, you may find that it's just coming from fear, the ego's fear. The ego heard something when it was a child and continues to believe it to this day into adulthood. But when you find that root, that's where we start the healing process. Once that healing is taking place, the ego has no choice but to let go, but to take away that block so that now you are in alignment. You can see your prospective partners and they can clearly see you, because it's a two-way street. You need to be able to see them and they have to be able to see you. But oftentimes, those egos get in the way. Whoa. And on that, you got a thunder note. Thunder. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back here. Missing some messages. Night Daughter says, I've been getting a lot of storm cards lately. Well, that's good. Storms are cleansing. They cleanse the earth. I mean, if it starts to rain, all the flowering plants here are going to love it, you know? Nature loves that stuff. Um, Edgar's like, oh, okay. I'm not. Okay, well, stay, Edgar. Please stay. Nancy says, I must say bye for now. This has been such a blessing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nancy, for showing up. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a beautiful week. Love you. Lots of love. Susie says, Lisa, Queen Guinevere, message, and then Dana about love coming. Okay, all right, let's dive into that one. Night Daughter says, I thought my New York trip would be the turnaround. I'm still waiting on the outcome. Okay, okay. Um, Susie saying bye to Nancy. Night Daughter says, was the New York trip a waste of time or did I achieve anything? Okay, we'll take a look into that as well. Angela said, rain is just when Mother Earth needs a bath. Exactly. Mother of All said, in 2014, I met my twin flame. I'm currently in separation and would like a card pulled on the energies around us. Many people have told me that I am wrong about our connection, but I know what I feel. Lisa saying bye. Night Daughter says, I hate that Super Chat is only 50 characters long. Yeah, well, I know. There's a lot that needs to get fixed here on the YouTubes. Okay, so Queen Guinevere, Lisa. Queen Guinevere, Lisa. Looks like rain in the background there. Okay, so Lisa, I'm being shown an image of her taking a sword. She's jamming it into the earth, and she says, if I can jam it into the earth, I can take it out. If I have done something, I can also reverse something. If I have the power to enact something, I have the power to fix it, to take it away. Okay, so let's pull a card on that. That's an interesting image. I just see her like, and then taking it out. She says, if I plunged it in, I could take it out. Yes, rain is a blessing. Edgar says, I just noticed your earrings so cute. Thank you. Okay, let's see, Liesel. Oh my gosh, Liesel, you got Knight of Swords. Like I said, I was literally seeing her jam a sword into the earth and then she took that sword out. Okay, Knight of Swords. Dude, let's take this in. Okay, she's saying sometimes we tell ourselves that what has occurred in the past, either we've said things that we are not proud of, we've done things that we are not proud of. And although we live a code saying, well, I I wouldn't change anything because everything has turned out for the better, for the best. Wow, I love that thunder. There's still a part of us that wishes, well, I could have said something better. And she's saying that if you had the power to say something in the moment, in the past, you have the power to reverse that energy. You truly do. Instead of just whatever happens, happens as a result. If you did an action and you had the power to take that action in the past, you also have the power to reverse that energy here in the present. And Queen Guinevere is reminding you that past, present, and future, remember, they're only linear in this time. So, in the time you did certain things or said certain things that you would rather not have said or rather not have enacted, know that here in this present moment, we can transmute that energy. We can change that energy. In fact, you can even speak it aloud. If it was something that you said to someone that you weren't proud of what you said, then say what you would have said then, say it now. Even if that person is no longer around on the 3D plane, doesn't mean they don't exist in the other realms. Say it now. If you wish you would have done something differently in the past, then do it now. Act as if you did how you would have acted then. Do it now. What does that feel like now? Sometimes we just throw our hands up and say, that's in the past, I guess. Nothing I can do about it now, but yes, you can. You can indeed speak something out aloud right now. You can indeed act differently right now, as if what happened in the past didn't occur at all, because you've learned your lesson. You've transmuted it. You stuck your sword in, you can take it back out. Man, she's got an authoritative energy there. Whew. My goodness. My goodness. All right, Lisa, I hope that makes sense. She seemed very adamant about having the power to say things differently now, because she's like, just because it's the past doesn't mean it's not still happening. It's still happening. So she's saying, so you can change it right here, right now. Wow. Wow. All right. So Susie says, Lisa, you rock, soul sister. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's go back here. Let's see. Susie was letting Mother of All that I do the super chats. Edgar says, OMG Tara. Oh, yeah, just noticed the earrings. Um, Mother of All, hey, no worries, no worries. Hey, maybe you can, you can join us for next week. We'll do a Stony Baloney live chat. You could jump in on that one. We'll just be slanging some cards. Dana says, I love storms. I love the tower card. Whee! Angela said, let's all demanifest the negativity today, the blockages, the ego, the awful things in our way. Let's demanifest it all. We all can, get everything moving out of our way so we can grow. Amen. Yes. Edgar says, Lisa, unless it's a hurricane. um, my daughter was talking to Lisa. My attention is being called back to the Isle of Glass card that has kept popping up. And the woman has a sword and she's jamming it into the ground. And the woman is the Lady of the Lake. What? She's saying that message is for you. That is so cool. I shine my light of wisdom. Okay, so Dana's love message, and then Caitlin, was New York City a waste of time? Okay, okay. So let's get to Dana. And Moon Chariot says, great readings, Tara. Can we talk about the Mars deck? So good. Oh, dude. Charlie Quintero is the creator of the Mars Power Tarot, and I love her Moon Power. I love her Star Power. Those are like my soul decks. uh, Caitlin says, you're welcome, Liesel. That's crazy. As soon as Tara said sword in uh, jammed into the ground, I immediately started looking through the Water Temple deck to find that card. Dude, Angela says there's Mama Lion energy vibes going on. Fire, lions, roar. Lisa says big gratitude. It makes perfect sense. Thank you, Gwen. So cool. Dana's like, I'm here for this for the stony. Alrighty. John says, put that energy where you need it. Angela says, if you enjoyed your travels, it wasn't a waste of time, as my Oma would say. Very cool. All right, Dana. Let me tap in. So I guess since there's no sun, I don't need my sunnies, right? Okay. Whew. Every time I'm channeling for you guys, my eyes get all watery. Got all the emotions. Edgar says, I'm getting in touch with my inner child. I bought 2 bags of dragons, putting them in my fallen tree in my yard, making a dragon themed world with fairies. That is so cool. Okay, Dana, let me tap into your energy. Okay, uh, Dana, I don't, it's probably like best I don't describe what he looks like, because obviously it's energetic, so my interpretation sometimes is off with how people look because it's just going through my brain. But his oh, sorry, I hit the microphone. But his energy, there is somebody in the future, Dana, but it's his energy is like the kind that makes you sweat. Like, he has such it's a kind energy. It's this like loving, empowering energy. Obviously he knows you're a powerful woman, he's a powerful man, but he's um like, he doesn't let you get away with um averting conversations or things that you'd rather not talk about. Like, he wants to talk about them because he wants to see you grow. And I would say he's like, on the outside, people probably wouldn't peg him for being like a spiritual guy. But he is, he's all about healing, and he's all about like a real woman who doesn't mind getting messy. She doesn't mind talking about uncomfortable topics. And it's like, I see him like asking you something, and you're like, you change the subject of like, oh, look, Mateo's doing this or that. And and he's like, he says, you haven't answered my question, Dana. And it's like, he's staring directly into your soul, and it's like you just want to get away from his look. Like, because he has this look of like, no, you're going to grow, we are going to attack this shadow right now. And it's like, whoa, oh my goodness. Like, I would I'm all about this person in the future. But let's get you on that timeline. Let's see here. Let's pull this card. Am I gonna be in the rain? um Ooh, we got the devil. A devil. Let's go into this one. Okay, Dana. You know, I was talking to Caitlin about it. I was talking to other people that the ego sometimes C blocks us, right? It puts a little block in our way so that we can't see who would be for our best and highest good. And so those people have a hard time seeing us and saying, right now, there's, even though consciously you're saying, I'd be open to anybody who is for my best and highest good to come into my life, to be my romantic partner. And the ego is saying, well, actually, who I find attractive looks just like this. They're about this tall. They speak this way. They got, they have these kinds of interests, and that's my kind of guy. but that is so restrictive. And the ego's putting those restrictions because it's what the ego's comfortable with. But you're wanting to grow, you want to expand, you want to ascend. So you're going to need somebody who's going to put a little friction in your life to get you to look at the uncomfortable, to get you to look into the shadows. And so the ego isn't looking for that type of person, but that person is looking for you. So, again, this is going to be a little bit of looking at the devil that is our ego and looking at why we are attracted to certain types of people. That he's got to be this tall, he's got to have, this kind of, safety net, he's got to like these things, he's got to have these hobbies, maybe he's got a square jaw. um, and we have to ask ourselves why that's more comfortable and more acceptable than some, rando Joe Schmo on the street. Why would we be more likely to go with, let's say Brad Pitt than some guy I just saw standing in line at the ATM? Why? Because he's there and I see him. Um, he's not there till after your move, though. It's after the move, is what I'm seeing. But you guys got to get into alignment where you put yourself in a place of being able to meet him and see him. But again, it's working through the ego to see kind of what blockages are in the way of being able to actually being open to somebody like him. And, and I mean, I think he's a good looking guy, but that's just his energy. The energy is what I find attractive. And I think that's what your higher self is saying. It's time to get attracted to the energy and not to the space suit, the little human suit that they're wearing. Okay. All right. Let's see. um well, I kind of like the thunder putting an exclamation point on these messages. Like okay, so Susie said Caitlin was asking about NYC, and then we got the mother of all. Okay. We got it. Thank you, Caitlin, for being so kind, for grabbing her reading. That's amazing. Um, John said the sword in the ground sounds like a lightning rod. All right, that's cool. Put that energy where you need it. Yes. So cool. A lot of hugs and hearts going along. Angela says, Night Daughter and Susie deserve a lot of hugs and cookies today. May their goddess ancestors and guides bless them in their kindness in every way. Moon Chariot says, I got the naughty by nature because that's not to love. What's not to love about kinky aliens? But I want to get others too, starting with the Moon Power deck. Very cool. Yeah, I love their other deck too. I was kind of thinking about it. Angela said, manifest everyone, cookies, candy, tea, and cake so we can all have fun snacks to celebrate. Excellent. Susie's like, is he a firefighter? Night Daughter says, and it's storming for me right now. I've been really drawn to water themed decks and getting stormwater cards. Me too, actually. I've been busting out a lot of my more like watery, like themed type decks. And Night Daughter said for Dana, she also got St. Bridget's. Well, with compassion, I give freely, and Bridget is the goddess of fire. Dana says, it sounds like Mateo's dad. We are not together right now. I don't feel like it was his dad. This was somebody different, somebody new, somebody that you're not, that you wouldn't seek out, I don't think, at the moment. Very interesting. Dana says, I found a quarter right now. Heads up. Ah! Dana's got a thing with the coins coming up lately. It's some synchronicity stuff. Okay, so it was Caitlin, right? That was next, and then we had Mother of All, I think was after that. So Caitlin was wondering if New York was a waste of time or it was kind of helping things along. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Ooh, we have the Eight of Swords. Dana's or Susie's like, Dana, you must fill us in when you meet him. Okay, so Caitlin, so Eight of Swords. Let me look into this one. No, I don't see it as a waste of time. At least that's not what your guides are saying. They're showing you what you look like and what you can do when you totally just open yourself up to the experiences, to what's going to be happening, to whatever, and of course you have an intention in mind. Yes, we all have intentions, we all have things that we want, but it was your energy was that of, I'm doing this because I can, because I have the power to, I'm open. And it was you being open. And so, what they're asking you to do is to continue in that energy. Yes, continue having your intentions and the things that you want, but it's the, I'm just open to the experiences. I'm open to what's coming my way, because what's coming my way is helping me to grow. It's helping me to heal. It's helping me to be the real Caitlin, not the earthbound Caitlin, the real you. And so it's saying New York City was not a waste of time. All of these experiences are just one step right after the other, showing you who you truly are, which is a powerful person. This is all about power. This is what keeps coming up over and over and over again. Artemis, Diana, Mama Gaia. These are powerful creatrixes, just like you. So you made New York City happen. You decided you were going to go do this and you did it. What else are you going to be able to do that in your life? That same energy, that same power. I want to go do this. I'm just going to go do it. And that's how you start making really solid changes and growth and healing. All right. Yes. Let's see. Um, Mother of All, I believe, was next. Um, and Kayla. Okay, okay. Let's go back here. Missed some questions, but it like doesn't let me go back too far in the questions. Susie was asking if Mother of All could retype her question. She says, I pulled 3 cards for Caitlin, and Eight of Swords was the underlying card under the deck. Oh my goodness. Um, Susie said, Caitlin, you looked so pretty. Liked your pictures on Instagram. Edgar says, I actually asked why I get attracted to aggressive or heated guys. I got 8 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Universe. Why do I feel like the universe is saying you just love the suffering? Caitlin says, so Brian was just a tool for me. He's not meant for me after all. Well, it wasn't saying to give up on things. It was saying to have your intentions, you have your focus, but there's always so much more going on than what we realize. Like, you think that you're going to a concert and you have this intention in mind, but there's so much other things for your benefit that are going on. It was your energy going there. It was you being accepting and opening, and continuing to utilize that. So they're saying, for in terms of Brian, you can continue, putting your intentions and, working on that. But truly, what the universe has in store for you is just to truly open yourself up to your true power, because in that, then you have all these people who who are more in line with you for, let's say, to partner up, become romantic partners. But you really got to see you for how the universe sees you, which is a powerful manifester. Okay, so let's see. Angela says, sending healing hugs, cheerful hugs. Many hugs today. May all my migraines for everyone vanish and just go away. I'm like wondering if I should like get my decks undercover. Maybe. Good thing these are waterproof. Okay, so Mother of All. Um, uh, what was the question again? Okay, Liesel's got a dash. All right. I hope that you have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a beautiful day. Um, yeah. It's starting to get a little drippy. Hmm. You know what? We're probably gonna move over to the shed. How about that? So that gives Mother of All time to type her question again. Okay, so let's get up. Oh, sorry, we're going to move a bit. we're going to move a tad. I'm going to grab my decks here. I don't want a chance of them getting wet. Okay. Do. Oh. One down. Well, I'm getting a little drippy. Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, hello, Fredo. Or no, wait, you're Fredo's wife. Okay. Okay. We're going to be here now. Okay. Let's see. We'll move this like that. And I'm going to be right back. I dropped the deck. Put that right there. Okay. I'll be right back. The thunder sounds cool. Huh. Much better. Oh, okay. So Susie said that Mother of All's question was, am I in separation both by long distance and also no communication with my twin? What are the energies around this connection? Is this ever coming back together in the physical? Okay, gotcha. Oh, thank you, Moon Chariot. Okay. Okay, so sorry if I missed a bunch of your comments back there. I just had to get to a little roofy ground here, little roof. Okay, so Mother of All said, what are the energies around my twin flame connection, and do I need to look for my other half in another body? I have already imprinted on him and want no one else. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we have 4 of Pentacles. Mother of All says, darn, autocorrect. Hey, no worries. I understand the autocorrect situation. Sometimes it doesn't even know real words. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, diving into this one. Okay, interesting. Okay, so it was, again, your guides, your higher self, talking about the energy surrounding the person that you feel very attached to. And it says there is indeed a deep karmic bond between the two of you. There's a lot for before you incarnated here that you were going to help each other with. And so those feelings go deep. And there's a lot for you guys to help each other with. That's what you guys were meant to do. But they were talking about the twin flame, where the soul basically is split in half, and they take on 2 separate bodies basically here on Earth, and that they can come together. They don't always come together, but it feels like you have been around your twin flame, but your twin flame hasn't been in the romantic sense, as sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. This is more in one of your close relationships, not a romantic relationship, but as in a friendship, one of those that you're closest to is a twin flame, so to speak, meaning the other half of your soul, the one that you seem to have the most and put like drama with, I guess we could say, the one that seems to really know how to challenge you, but you really know how to challenge them, but you love each other so much, and you have helped each other grow. You guys have been through thick and thin. And although sometimes twin flames might not stay in our lives, they're definitely there for some rapid soul growth. And it seems like this person was more of a best friend, a good friend, a close friend. Whereas the person that you're speaking about is more like a soulmate, deep soul connection. Which also means that if there's one soulmate, there are other soulmates as well. So just know that too. So definitely all the feelings that you said that you've had, that you're feeling like there's something truly deep here, there's something there. That's not wrong. That is part of your intuition. Always listen to your intuition. But also start looking at how you guys were able to help each other, because it's very similar to a twin flame situation, but this just not being two separate, or not one soul split into two. It's two separate souls that have come together to want to help each other. So both are about helping each other and wanting each other to grow. It's just one soul is divided into two, and one is two separate souls. So this is you and another soul coming together in order for you guys to help each other to grow through this. And so understanding that mm, there's a lot that you can take from it. And also thinking about how you are able to help him as well. So again, it's that higher perspective. Yeah, but trust your feelings. Definitely trust your feelings. Mother of all says, thank you. I feel like I can finally let him go instead of being hung up on him. Yeah, like I said, it felt like, as with a lot of folks, and just me working with energy and in my personal beliefs, that there are a lot of soulmates for us. There are quite a few soulmates for us. We may only choose one for a lifetime. We may meet a series of soulmates, but they have that deep karmic bond where they're really helping us to grow, and we're really helping them too. Sometimes certain people meet their twin flame. It's not always in the romantic sense. Sometimes their twin flame is their brother or sister. Sometimes it's their best friend. But that's an even more intense growth period. But that's because it's your other half. It's the other half of your own soul. Um, so yeah, everything is meant for our healing. Is just kind of how it's being presented to us, I suppose. Okay, Susie said that Kayla has a question as well. um Kayla, what was your question again? I don't think I can scroll all the way back. Night Daughter says, Tara said earlier that as soon as I started to cry, it started to rain for you. Oh wow. Well, you know what, raw, we're all connected. And actually, that should also show you too, just like in your reading, showing you how powerful you are, that the outside world is a reflection of our inside world, and that you can do what the world says is impossible. Like, some might say, oh, we have no control over this, we have no control over that. But I think that's just kind of confirmation. You have tears and then it starts to rain outside. Isn't that confirmation of how powerful you are, that you can affect the world around you, that you do have that power? So I think that's amazing. Susie said, thank you to everyone today in super chats and the chat. Susie was wondering what Kayla's message was. A message for me and my best friend as a couple. Oh, okay.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Oh, boyfriend. Boyfriend. Okay, I thought it was best friend. Boyfriend as a couple. So, message for me and my boyfriend as a couple. Gotcha. All right, here we go. Ooh, where's this wind coming from? Oh, where's my sunshine? I lost my sunshine. Okay, Kayla. Okay, Kayla, first of all, I have to say that how I'm viewing you guys together in my mind is like I see you guys as anime characters. Like you're almost like a Sailor Moon character, and he's this guy, and it's like you guys are both holding the heart together. It's like a really cute art piece. If that were put into art, I think it's cute. But anyway, so let's take a look here. Ooh, we've got the Three of Swords. Okay, Three of Swords. Let's take a look here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Kayla, as a couple, you guys are helping each other to see in the conflicts that you guys have as individuals and as a couple. In what ways, and it seems like ego is coming up a lot in a lot of these messages, in what ways has the ego brought on some of this drama or some of these conflicts? And in other instances, in things that have turned out more beneficial, either for you as individuals or as a couple, where the heart has been the one in charge, basically the higher self, the soul. And you guys are kind of bouncing that off of each other, where something comes up, let's say there's a little argument or a little conflict that comes about. How much of that is being fueled by one ego bouncing off another ego, or was their heart involved? And this relationship is helping you to see that. It's also helping him to see it as well. How much of it is what's going on up here, and how much of it is what's going on in here? And that's so that you guys can grow as people, so you guys can grow as a couple. Because if more of what you say and how you act is coming from in here within the heart, then obviously there is going to be a tremendous amount of growth. But if the ego's in the way and wanting to say, no, that's wrong, no, I don't believe that, or I'm going to pick a fight, or I'm just in a bad mood, so I'm just going to take it out on, this partner or whatever, then that would obviously hinder our growth. But at the same time, it shows the ego's true colors when that happens. So it's kind of a catch 22. So it's kind of good too that we see that. We see the ego within those conflicts, within those arguments, within the things that are going on in our individual lives. Because obviously we share what's going on in our individual life with our partner. And so they can see it too. And it's good to have that other person there because they can oftentimes have a perspective that you can't see and vice versa. They'll be able to see, like, oh, wait a minute, why would you say that? That's not true, and bring you back into the heart space. So I think this is good. I think you guys got good. I keep calling it bounce. It keeps looking like bounce. You guys have good play with each other. You guys have a good amount of, I would say, balanced growth. Very nice. All right. Um, Dana says, thank you for the amazing messages. You're very welcome. So we have a Jamie. Okay. Let me go back here. Whoa. Missed some stuff. John said the sun is still there. Night Daughter says, you're welcome. Honestly, I'm upset right now. I don't know how to get rid of my ego. It's getting to, well, that's something that we're all working on right now, but it's getting to know its voice. When for me it's going into meditation, and you don't have to go into meditation, but I would highly recommend. And when something comes up, like the messages I was pulling for this week about kind of looking at the love in situations, like let's say you were an offender bender, and what is the first reaction? Like what would your brain start thinking, and what would be the things that you're saying to yourself? How much of that sounds like a higher divine being speaking, and how much of that sounds like a, a scared, angry ego that doesn't understand the situation and doesn't understand what could happen next, because it can't tell the future. It's just an ego. It has no intuition. And so it's through, let's say, conflicts like that where we really can hear the ego. What does it sound like? And how's that different than when my heart is speaking, or my soul is speaking, or my higher self, your divine self speaking? And when you can differentiate the two, as you move forward and you make decisions, and as you're thinking about yourself or thinking about what you want to do next, you start to understand the voice of the ego and the voice of the higher self. And so, in essence, it's not really like killing the ego, but it's not giving it a platform anymore. You say, oh, I know who this sounds like. This sounds like the ego. Well, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to listen to you today. But you're also wanting to ask, like, okay, where's that coming from, ego? Because the ego is going to show you where you need healing. So that's kind of also why we need the ego, because the ego is going to show us where our healing is needed. But you also have the choice then, and the power is back in your hands to say, well, I'm going to listen to this today, or I'm not going to listen to it today. But at least you know what it sounds like. And that's like the best description I can give of the ego. Um, Angela says, I'm probably the cat from Sailor Moon, playfully pouncing everyone, trying to get hugs. And Jamie, yes, yes. Thank you, Jamie, so much. And then Night Daughter says, how can I get rid of the ego so I can be happy? So yeah, we'll definitely dive into that too. So asking Jamie what her question is. Okay, am I going to get promoted at work this year? All right. Let's dive into that one. Um, so is Jamie getting promoted at work this year? Okay. Okay. Kayla's like, the first part was windy. I heard anime. I was like, yes. This is never mind. Thank you. You're very welcome. Kayla says, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. John says, yes, I see the Three of Swords as a connection between the heart and the mind, also a mirror, both for the self and how other people mirror each other. It makes me think of a funhouse mirror when the ego is looking. Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. I like the funhouse mirror connection. Okay, so Jamie, let's take a look into the job. Okay, okay, Jamie, I'm gonna pull a card, but then I'll tell you what was coming through as well here. Ace of Wands. Okay, that makes sense with what I was getting with my intuition. So it was a change of energy towards the promotion. Like at first I see, Jamie sitting there, and she's seeing the higher ups, and she's like, oh, I hope they notice me, I hope they pick me. I know that I have some valuable skills, I know that I'll be an asset, I know that I'm gonna do well, so pick me, see me. And and then the higher ups just kind of like looking around, and it's like they were looking over you. But then your higher self stepped in and said, here's take two of Jamie. So now Jamie's going about her business, and she's like, I am an asset to this company. I know what I'm capable of. And in that energy, it's no longer, I wonder if they'll pick me. It's acting as if you already had that position, and you're almost not taking on the responsibilities, but you're, well, yeah, kind of sort of starting to take on those responsibilities, and you're just being you. You're creative, thoughtful, analytical, and intelligent you. You're just doing the thing, and you being you, taking charge, helping others, and the higher ups start to see that, like, oh, this person's just like, they're already doing the role. Like they, you know, and we want this person to work with us because it's like they're already working with us, like we're working as a team together, instead of standing on the outside of the basketball courts waiting for somebody to pick you for the basketball game. It's, you're just playing and having fun. Either way, either you pick me for your team or you don't pick me for your team, I'm going to have fun either way. And so it's kind of like that energy. It's just a flip of the energy. So, oh, sorry, the wind. So the higher self was saying, if you continue to be in the energy of will they or won't they pick me, I would really appreciate it if they did. That puts you in the energy of I'm lacking and I need it. In which case, you're likely to overlook it. Whereas if you went back into, I'm happy doing this and I'm just going to do this and this, and you're just enjoying yourself and really immersing yourself and you're doing the things that you want to anyway, promotion or not, then it's the other people want to be on your team. They want to be with you. That's why they pick you. They're saying, oh, Jamie, pick us, be with us. And that's what I'm getting with that Ace of Wands right here is, do the things you want to do anyway. Don't let a promotion stop you from doing that, because then what does the promotion mean? Is the promotion a permission slip to let you do this or not do that? Why not just do this or that? Why not just immerse yourself anyway, and you be the permission slip, not the promotion be the permission slip. So you got this. And when you step into that power, because it's just a perspective change, really, it's just and that changes your whole energy. And so then I think the focus becomes not so much, am I going to get the promotion, but I'm having so much fun. And this is so great that promotion or not, I'm happy. And then it's kind of odd how all the things that we were so worried if we would get it or not just seem to kind of fall into our lap. um, so there we go, dude. You got this. You got this. Okay, let's see. What's with this chilliness? Let's see. Susie's like, by the way, I don't like typing in caps, but yeah, it does help me see. I'm more likely to like see what's going on. Okay, so then Caitlin, how to get rid of the ego? Okay, and then Caitlin was saying for Jamie, just like Liesel, the eye of God, to shine my light of wisdom. Um, and Caitlin says, Tara, remind me to DM you a picture of that card. There's lightning back there, you guys. There's lightning behind you. I just thought you should know. Yes, Caitlin, please. Yeah, at Kittens, Weights, and Tarot on Instagram. Oh, yeah, you know my Instagram. Yeah, DM me the picture. I'll send it off to Lisa. And Jamie's like, I know exactly what that means. Changing my mindset. I'm already doing the work, so be the promotion and the funds and recognition will come. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so Caitlin, you are very welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me dive into but I know you got this. You got it. Let's see. Caitlin, how to get rid of the ego. If I should go inside the door. Like, Dana says, I was just wondering, am I on a timeline to my pregnancy with my daughter? Okay, we'll take a look at that next as well. Okay. Let's get back into Caitlin. Whoa. Okay, Caitlin. I'm gonna pull a card too, but just kind of what I'm being shown. The voice of the ego, just in case you were wondering, kind of looking for it, sounds very much like the voice of your birth mom. Not the mother who's crossed over, but the one that you're meeting. And your higher self is showing me that just like you're working on healing between your birth mother and yourself, that there can be healing between you and the ego as well. But a lot of the way the ego speaks and communicates with you and its beliefs sound very much like your birth mother. So then that's where a lot of the healing must lie. Because if it has the voice of her, then perhaps it's a lot of her within you that needs to be healed. So now we have a pinpoint. We have something to look into. And of course, the ego is going to say, no, I'm not like her anyway. No, because it doesn't want to get found out. It obviously, it likes the way it talks. It likes the way it operates. So, and it's predictable, even if it's destructive or, it's keeping you from love and the things that you want. It's comfortable. It says, well, I know what it's like to not have those things. That's predictable. And I like Give me just a second. It's just so windy. Okay. Oh, should we bring the Ryobi in?
What?
The Ryobi?
This?
No, isn't the drill?
I already brought this.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to put my decks here. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Okay, let me just move this. There we go. That. There we go. It's just a little windy, a little chilly out there. Okay. So the card, just for confirmation, Caitlin, you just grab that. Who brought this? Icy wind. No, thank you. It was like blue skies and birds chirping earlier. Like, what the deuce? Now it's like lightning and rain. Okay, 6 of Cups. So, yeah, it's definitely what I was seeing with your higher self and my higher self, that a lot of the programming of the ego, even if you weren't necessarily raised by your birth mother, just that doesn't mean the energy can't transfer. And so the ego wanted for some reason, adapted the birth mother's energy, the birth mother's voice, used it as your own voice, so you would think it's you talking to yourself, and really it's her own words. And I'm not saying it's her, necessarily saying all these things. It's the ego's picked up her energy and so decided to speak like her. So, by the way, sorry that the back there is all messy. So yeah, when you go into your healing, I would say go back and start asking the ego, why are you hiding and pretending to be my birth mother? Why are you speaking like her? Why are you speaking with her traumas and her programming? Because that's not me. And that's where we begin to let go. And now you know what that voice sounds like. It may not be her exact voice, it's in your voice, but the intent and energy is her programming. So it's doing a visualization and saying, I release you. And every time it sounds like her voice popping up, even though it's in your voice, her words, your voice. You say, I choose or choose not to listen to you today. But I will go back later and find out why, you wanted to block me in this way or keep me from this. And again, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I might have to bring my camera even further indoors because now I'm getting Okay, it might be a little dark. I apologize. Oh, I can open the window in here. It doesn't have to be super dark. I guess I could put you guys down. But sorry, we've been building and stuff, so everything is kind of a mess in here. My apologies. Okay, let me just open this window. There we go. Okay. My goodness. This is the most active live chat yet. Like, what the heck is going on? Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Let's go back here. Okay, so Dana was next. Caitlin says, Thalassa, still your wins, so Tara can continue as I do. Well, so mote it be. Thank you, Caitlin. Please, yeah, calm it down. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Dana says, my last question, Tara. I truly want to thank you for doing these readings and providing this guidance. I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Caitlin said, so hopefully by us going out tomorrow, that'll be good. And Susan said, also thank you to everyone who participated today. Thank you. Yes. Falsalo's not listening. Well, maybe our land needs it. So who am I to say what the land does and does not need? Okay, so Dana, are you on the timeline for the birth of your daughter? Okay, so she's popped in, your daughter. And wow. That was some extreme thunder. Anyway, there's a whole storm going on out there. I apologize, like I said. I apologize for Mama Nature. You know what? It's her day. It's Mother's Day. Mama Nature can do whatever the hell she wants right now. She wants to have a lightning storm outside my window. That's cool. She wants to like throw some thunder on my head. That's cool too. Anyway, it was like your daughter was pulling on your pants, like your sweatpants, and she was like this way, Mama, this way. And it was like you were headed in some other direction, but remember I said it was just a refocus, you know, of who you'd be accepting into your life. You know, do they have to be a particular way, like particular things, and to really go in and see what the ego is wanting for you as opposed to what the higher self wants for you. Because in this timeline, if you are working on those things, then that puts you on the timeline for meeting the guy that I saw in my vision after your move, and he ends up being the father of your daughter. She's saying that that's who she would prefer to be her father. She says, I can come in other variations, like she can come from different dads. So she's saying there are other people that you meet, of course, and it could come from them, but she wants, wow, it's so loud. She wants what's for your best and highest good, so she wants to come from him. So she's just asking to work on keeping the ego away from keeping you from being open to a guy like him. Because again, she says he's going to be different than what you think is attractive, than what you think likes and dislikes of a guy should be. Like he's kind of the opposite of what you normally would go after. And so she wants to open your eyes so that you'll be able to see him. And she's like, he's actually like a really good daddy. Oh my gosh. And she says, I think this was actually, maybe she's saying it for a reason. She's saying that he outcooks you, that he's actually a really good cook. Like, she really likes daddy's food. She says, like, mommy's food's good too, but daddy's way better. So, oh my goodness. So that's kind of a hint. You know, a guy that's a foodie, he's really good with creation. So he's good at creating things, especially food. Um, she says, and it's when mommy's getting silly. So basically, I don't think that when you meet, it would be under the most, like, when you feel like, oh, I feel so beautiful today. I feel so, like, super, like, you know, you're on your A game kind of thing. She says it's when you're not on your A game that you meet him, and when you feel the least flattering, or, you know, she says that's when you meet him. But that's the perfect time because he sees you for the real you, not the airs that we put on when we first meet people. Like, we want to dress up, we want to look nice, we want to say the right things. He wants to know you for the raw, real woman that you are. And she says, so that's how you meet him. But again, you have to be open to that instead of just brushing it off of like, oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. And then you never see the guy again. But she says she likes how daddy tells it. She likes the story of how daddy meets mommy because daddy makes her laugh. You must have done something, or you will do something really funny. Because she says, yeah, it ends up being what she loves to hear. And she says sometimes when she feels sad, she has daddy tell her that story in her bed. It makes her laugh. It cheers her up. And it reminds her that mom and dad love her very much. Aww. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But Dana, this is after the move. Yeah, you get yourself on that timeline. Definitely. That's where your daughter, I mean, she's going to come from someone, but she wants him. Yeah, start removing any sort of compartmentalizing blockages of what the father could be, you know. Susie says, can't wait for this for you, Dana. So excited. It will happen soon. Yeah, definitely. Like, I would say give it 1.5 years, kind of in the move. But yeah, it's after the move. And it's very easy to get yourself on the timeline. So, yeah! Oh my gosh! Caitlin says, I use both decks for you, Dana. You're welcome. Very cool. Thank you so much. Oh, she got Aphrodite with romantic love, Hera with alliance, Goddess of the Nile, opulence. I welcome the constant flow of sustenance and Varanasi endings. I embrace the infinite flow of life. Very cool. Dana was like, OMG, wow. Is he a baker? Let me see. I don't feel that's his profession, but maybe it's just because that's not how I see you guys meeting. It wasn't at the bakery. I don't think he's a baker. I think he's just really good with food in general. But also, I think they're intentionally keeping too many details away because then again, it would make you start to compartmentalize, like, oh, well, that's not the guy. Well, that's not the guy. So I think they're on purpose not giving you too many details, other than he's a foodie. He's way different than what you would normally go after. And just be open to somebody catching you not at your best, because that's what he falls in love with. So Susie was wondering if maybe he's an IT guy or a computer guy. Dana's like, wow, this is so exciting. I'm excited for you. Like, This is so cool. I dig it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Did I miss anybody? Susie, did I miss anybody? Let me know. Oh, I don't have my water anymore. Never mind. My water's out there getting drenched. Oh, Dana, I hope those are happy tears. um, and I mean, how wonderful is it? It's storming outside, the big changes coming in for all of us. And what happens after a storm? Lots of new flowers, growth, more birds and bees, you know? Okay, so no more. Okay, thank you, Susie. Thank you, everybody who grabbed a reading with me. I guess I can take my little banner off now. There we go. um, thank you, thank you. That was, I always find it to be a blessing, magical. I'm grateful that I get to pass on all these messages to you guys. Thank you for letting me tap into your energies. I know it's a very personal thing, so I really do appreciate it. And the fact that I get to hang out with you lovely souls every Sunday is a definite huge blessing. It's a huge part of my day. So starts the week off right. Okay, so let's go into a little bit of healing. I know that I believe it was one of our friends was not feeling so hot at the beginning. I know some of us we all got some weird aches and pains. We have some people that are in desperate need of healing. We'll push that healing out to them. Let's use the storm, though. I think storms are very powerful. So I'm going to tap into storm energy. Maybe you guys want to tap into Mama Gaia energy, maybe the mother energy. And my focus for the healing is to allow the healing nature of the Divine Mother to heal whatever needs to be healed in each and every one of us. Yes, may we be held by the Divine Masculine, but let the nurse, the doctor that is the Divine Mother, help to aid each and every one of us. So let's do that next. Dana said, wow, thank you so much, Night Daughter. That's beautiful. Caitlin says, thank you. Susie said, KWT. All right, you guys, let's do it. I'm just going to tap in and I'm going to push out that healing energy for each and every one of us. I want you guys to jump in as well. So wherever you are, however you do your healing energy, whether it's like the Care Bear stare, or you do Reiki, or whatever it may be, let's push that out there that we're going to tap into the elemental energy, Mama Gaia energy, the Divine Mother energy to help in our healing process, whether we're healing our egos, whether we're healing physical ailments, maybe we're healing a particular situation, moving through a situation. Allow the Divine Father to stand with us, perhaps to hold us, while we are being aided and helped by the Divine Mother. All right, so let's see here. Dana says, I like to eat. This feels perfect already. Well, the guy likes to cook, you like to eat. Mamma mia, match made in heaven. Okay, so Caitlin said she had a message for Dana. Hopefully Dana got to see it back there. She says she asked what the personality of this man is, and she got hair with alliance reversed, Hallie with liberation, and green hair with salvation. You haven't met him yet, but you will. Very cool. Okay, excellent. You guys had some lovely messages today. I thank you guys, each and every one of you that did your intuitive poems. You did brought down some intuitive messages. You pulled cards. Thank you so much for sharing your gifts, for sharing your messages. Now let's share our love and our healing, and let's tap into that Divine Mother energy on this beautiful Mother's Day. I think a storm is perfect for Mother's Day because that embodies Koyopa energy to a T. The power of Mama Gaia. Okay. Get yourself into a nice, comfortable space. You can lay down, be sitting, be laying under a tree. Maybe you're out in the rain at the moment, which I'm going to be out in the rain in just a moment after this. I just didn't want to put my electronics out there, but I will be out in the rain. Oh, don't you worry. And start bringing your awareness into your heart space. And if you need to, you can place your hand over your heart, or maybe both hands over your heart. Feel the beats of that heart. Maybe it rumbles like thunder. Maybe the beats are flashes like lightning. Perhaps it's rhythmic, like the rain on this roof. But feel into that heart energy. And as we're in this energy, I want you now to begin feeling the expansion. Just like you begin to feel the expansion in your lungs with every breath you take. Imagine expansion of light emanating from your heart. Breathing in, breathing out. And as you feel this expansion, you feel comforted. You know that you are not alone. That every mother that came before you, the mother that you are, and the mother that you are to others, and the mothers that come after you, are holding you now. They are here to aid you in your healing process. The Divine Father stands with arms wrapped around us, holding us when we feel scared, when we feel like we cannot take any more healing, when we feel we can't take any more shadows. The Divine Mother presses on. She knows what you're capable of. She knows that after the storm, flowers will grow, that you need this. This is why she persists. This is why she brings down the rain. This is why she yells in thunder. She throws her lightning. She knows it's good for you. You need this. She does not stand idly by to watch her child fumble, to watch her child spiral into ego. She doesn't want this. She wants you to see the power that you are. The louder this thunder pounds, the more she's trying to get her point across. You are powerful. You have the capacity to heal. And she will help you with this because you are her and she is you. And she works in perfect harmony with the Divine Father who holds you through this, who holds you when you tremble, who wipes away your tears, who kisses your head and says, "You got this. I'll help you with the action, but let Mother open your heart." Breathe into this. Allow Mother to open your heart. And whatever is coming up for you, try not to shy away. Whether it feels awkward, painful, things you'd rather not see, they're being brought up for a reason, because it's time to transmute them. You don't need that inside of you any longer. The fears, the demons, the shadows, the dark. We look at it. We don't fear it. We know that it's part of us and that we have the power to transmute it. We don't run from it. We don't hide from it. This is what the Mother shows us.
and you say, Mother, you've shown me this, but what do I do? Allow the Father to show you the action. This is what you do, sweetheart. This is how you let go. And as you do, your heart feels lighter and lighter. The demons replaced with love. The darkness with light. Our sorrow with joy. Just filling us from the heart to every aspect of our energy. Allow the divine parents to continue helping you. And remember that the divine father and the divine mother are just aspects of you. You carry them wherever you go. They're there whenever you need to heal, whenever you're scared, whenever you're filled with joy, and whenever you need to reopen your heart and keep it open. Breathe into this. And when you feel ready, hug the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. And know that the love that you are showing them is the love that you show yourself. Because they are you and you are them. And when you are ready, go ahead and bring your awareness back into your body. You can take a deep breath. Start wiggling your fingers and your toes. And open your eyes when you feel called. All right. Thank you guys so much. I felt your energies as well. This was amazing. I love the storm. I love your messages. I love everybody that came in. Everybody's going to watch. Everybody who was lurking. Thank you guys so much. So much coming in. Caitlin said, I end this message with the blessings of Nyx and Thalassa. May both goddesses guide us into our destinies as it is spoken. So mote it be. I wish you all a blessed be. And Susie said, and so it is. Yes, blessed be. Susie says, only the beginning of what we want to feel forever more. Wow, so beautiful. And Night Daughter says, for those who don't know, Thalassa is Nyx's granddaughter, Greek goddess of the ocean. Beautiful, perfect with the ocean. Dana said, my phone is about to die. Thank you all so much. I can't wait to rewatch. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, you guys. Catch you hopefully next week. All right. Catch you guys later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye.